I'll be there by the draft. I said I'm gonna get in a helicopter and I'm gonna be there by the draft.
You should try it. Boom! There we go. Live on the air. There we go.
I can't get my laptop on it. My laptop shut down now.
Hey, Derek, are you ready to be?
Allow him to run the ball. Kyle Shanahan does a great job of running the football.
There
That's
you
what
go.
they need to do. For me,
None of
I'm
that's
excited
happening.
and anticipating because the Chicago Bears are willing to give up everything to get
So,
Russell
like, I
Wilson.
just
So
have a
I
live
would
stream right now.
expect now that the big show has started, they are willing to bet the farm because we know Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy. They're on the hot seat, kind of like in Denver.
Who are they going after?
They better get Justin Fields.
Oh, boy.
So we are live, fellas.
They need some playmakers. You got a ton of weapons. You got a defense that shows up every week. But that offense is like a roller coaster. It's constantly going. You know what? That offense is kind of like Small World.
Like what?
You just got to have a certain appetite for that ride because it's not for everyone.
Okay.
Oh, it's a small world
after all. Okay.
It's a small. I've been on that one. It kind of gets under your skin.
Seriously, you fit in one of those.
Wow.
You don't fit in those
Couple
very
laps
well.
with the kids, not so great.
You know, the first two quarterbacks, you know, it's gonna happen. Boom, boom for the Jags and the Jets. But I'm talking about the what ifs. You know, you talked about the what if. You know, the first two quarterbacks, you know, it's gonna happen. Boom, guys.
What did you get for
I'm
food?
talking about the Patriots said.
We got tacos.
The first two quarterbacks, you know, we're gonna get a guy.
What did you get for
He's not a
food?
Tom Brady.
We got tacos. There's a little bit of feedback because
What did you get for food?
we got tacos. There's a little bit of feedback because
What did you get for food?
Matt, you
Did you get my message about Russell Wilson?
He's a fast guy, man.
I got
He's
it.
a smart
shit,
guy.
I think I
So
just said
Josh
that on my
McDaniels would be like the mad scientist. He says, I can run all that old stuff like Brady, and I can run
Oh,
all
no.
this
It's still
newfangled
going,
stuff
right?
like the kids are coming out now. Would be like the mad scientist. He says, I can run all that. Something like that, Steve Smith.
That's exciting.
That's exciting.
Matt, can you hear me?
I'm excited.
I'm
Yes.
excited.
I'm
That's
excited
exciting.
just watching you on mute.
I'm
right
excited
now.
because
I'm
we get
Looking
to hear
over
from
to
Kimberly
my-
Jones right now. The Jets
No,
have picked
laptop.
2 and 23 at the Florham Park, New Jersey. All right, Kim, what's going on out there?
My in between. It was so hard.
It's a big day here for the New York Jets, Chris. There's a lot of excitement and great conviction over the player they will select first tonight. Second overall, quarterback Zach Wilson out of BYU. We almost come full circle tonight, right? From Joe Douglas, the GM of the Jets, at the BYU Pro Day. He was literally smiling and beaming beneath his
So, Matt,
mask.
we're actually
And
live
now
on
tonight,
YouTube. You should
Douglas
see it.
will make Zach Wilson
I will
the
later.
Jets, they hope, franchise quarterback for an awfully long time. In the draft room tonight will be Jets chairman Woody Johnson, vice chairman
Guys hear me?
Christopher Johnson, joining, of
I can
course,
hear
Joe
you.
Douglas and Robert
Okay,
Saleh
there we go.
as
I don't
a
know.
tandem.
When I plug in my
First
my
draft
headset, I
as
guess my
compadres.
microphone isn't
Now
working.
let's send it to Mike
Probably the
Yam
jack on my
for the
phone doesn't
49ers.
carry. I don't know, maybe.
Well,
I
Kim,
can't
you
figure out how
have
to
a
do
pretty
this
good
on my
idea who's
laptop.
going number 2. We're all still trying to figure out who that third selection is going to be. Fans in the Bay Area right
Matthew,
now.
is
the
your
anxiety is
laptop
pretty
on
high
yet?
because there's concerns
Yes.
that it could be Mac Jones. The one thing that we do know for certain, it feels like this draft starts at number 3, but thank God there's been this Aaron Rodgers Twitter conversation because I think that's kept the fans away from reality for just a little bit. We don't know about 3. We also don't know about 4. Steve Weich might be able to fill us in.
Well, because some games are only on Xbox.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Mike. Look, to a little more.
Let
than
me
2
see
hours
your
from the
computer
draft,
screen,
the Falcons
Matthew.
have not received any trade offers to make the move
Okay, so
off
that's
that
you.
number 4 spot. So now the matter is, who will they select?
Did you?
Will it be Matt
Let's
Ryan's
see.
heir apparent at quarterback?
Oh yeah, it says
Justin
ready to
Fields,
join,
or
right?
Trey
On the
Lance?
right, next to
Or
the
will it
screen,
be
it says ready to
tight
join.
end Kyle Pitts out of Florida, the player most linked
What's that
to
green
the
button? Yeah,
Falcons.
on this.
The team brass knows what it wants to do, and it will be nimble in case a trade offer comes in. Right now, we're just going to have to wait. So now let's send it back to Melissa Stark and the playmaker on the red carpet.
All right, Steve Weich. Well, as you know, some big-time receivers have come out of LSU, but this one right here, Jamar Chase, has a chance to be the highest drafted
much
ever.
better. I
And
had
he's
to
got
off
a
my cell
big-time
phone.
outfit on. We got to start with that, Michael Irvin, don't we? Because
Yes.
I think who planned this coordination with your parents?
Me and mom's did.
Yeah,
we both got it together.
and it looks great together. It's all coordinated. It's what I call not just playmaker.
Did you hear what I said?
The whole family.
But you have to open up the jacket. Open up the jacket because
I can't hear you.
this.
What did you say?
Yeah, I said I have to
my
go
family
to
and
my
friends who
laptop.
supported me throughout my years, you know.
That's
So
amazing.
I just wanted to show their love and let them know that I still love them, you know, and keep giving me the support.
I can tell you put on. I can tell you
nice.
put on
Now,
20.
trust me, because I come from a big family. They will remind you when you get this big check. They're going to be there.
I can tell you put on.
For you, man.
I can tell you put on weight.
In 2019, man, what an incredible year.
I guarantee you, in 2 weeks of going back to work, you're going to drop 10 pounds.
Was it for you being the competitor
Definitely
that
in
you are in these unprecedented times? Just to opt out last year.
See, mine's right here.
Kind of a task for me, you know. That was my first time ever stopped playing football for a whole year. So, you know, so it was a long patience wait for me.
That's where it always goes.
You know, slow down.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start lifting again.
It was a long process.
See,
you know,
I gotta show
for the
you
most
something.
part, but I don't think I would do it again.
Speaking of about to be drafted,
I can dig it. I can dig it.
You're kind of projected at a couple of different spots. What are you thinking? What are you hearing? Tell us what you know.
See, that's the
I
back
was
view.
hoping
See
you could
it?
actually tell me because I really
Yeah.
So I'm
You're
just
getting there.
waiting for the phone call.
It's getting
How
there.
about
My
being
brother says
reunited
have
with
time
the
to
former
come
quarterback
through.
there in Cincinnati?
Yeah, that's.
Well, he's
that's
still
my
working on his
next
own
move,
house,
so,
right?
I mean,
Yeah, and he's actually leaving Saturday.
Called him and said, "Man, get up there and talk to that
For
GM.
Costa Rica for a
I
week.
can get this thing done."
We talked, but I don't need to force anything. We talked about it.
You guys still going to Vegas for your
That threw me for 221.
Yeah.
That's every game.
Definitely.
Every game.
That's what
I know it.
I love it. Well, Michael could talk to you all night. I know that. He loves his receivers and loves you. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
And
Well,
enjoy this
I'm gonna
night.
leave this on and go get my
You look
food.
good too, Dad. You look
Okay.
good.
Everybody looks good.
Appreciate you.
All right, we'll be here.
I'll be back.
You're off to make it clean.
We'll send it out to somebody else who looks good. Chris Rhodes and the guys.
All right, thank you, Melissa. So Jamar Chase not giving up any information. Ian Rappaport, you don't have a choice. Fill us in on what happened this afternoon on the Aaron Rodgers front.
The situation came to a head between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and the reality is, Chris, this has been building for about a month with the Green Bay Packers, or even more, since Aaron Rodgers questioned how much the Packers are committed to him right when the season ended. Here's what's been going on. First, the Green Bay Packers wanted to convert Aaron Rodgers' contract to create some salary cap space, just a basic conversion where they took the salary and made it into a signing bonus, create some cap room. Rodgers did not want to do that. He wanted an extension. He wanted the team to commit to him long term. At that point, with his frustration boiling and the team not able to come to terms on a long-term extension, Dave Dunn, his agent, flew to Green Bay to sit with Aaron Rodgers for several days to figure out what they wanted to do and what their options were. At that point, when teams started to realize how frustrated and upset Aaron Rodgers was, they started calling the Packers. The Packers have not made any moves at all about possibly trading Aaron Rodgers. That is where they remain right now. Meanwhile, Rodgers is upset, frustrated, and headed to the Kentucky Derby, maybe to talk about it on a red carpet somewhere.
And Ian, I know that you added that the Jeopardy producers were very impressed with Aaron Rodgers as well. I'm sure you will be impressed tonight with the class of 2021. It kicks off less than 2 hours from now, presented to you by Verizon right here on NFL Network. Hey, Kyle Pitts, dressed for success, but which uniform will he don after tonight? Urban Melissa, Gab with the Gator tight end coming up.
Kyle Pitts, tight end. 2020 John Mackey Award recipient.
I'm playing on Becky, but it's hard as fuck. Baseball's hard, man.
The 2021 NFL Draft Red Carpet is presented by Lexus. Experience amazing.
Baseball's fucking hard. Matthew's going to get food. Yeah. I see his chair. He's there. He's scared. He's not going to get that chance. The scary thing is like, Matt is all over the place. Like, everyone else is like, calm down. It's a little crazy. Yeah, we do.
To unlock the world's greatest potential, you need empathy. It's not David versus Goliath. It's David helping Goliath. That's when change will happen.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
I love that. I saw this like what 2 years ago at Yellow House. Like you can't really get to the earth. All right, I can't believe like have you even played Miles Morales yet? I know you know me since you're at one man. It's so great. It'll be. It's like 4 games from now. Oh, what did I see? I saw a summer game. Oh, Spider-Man. The game I saw, like you have to look at like a parcel list, like you
because everything great is birthed through discovery.
So real empathy says, I see you. I feel you. Every single letter was perfect. Like all the imperfections, like. This is like an actual carbon copy. And you can see
your limits are only as far as your eyes can see.
Yeah,
Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
I don't have that problem now. Actually, my computer was having big trouble.
Back live in Cleveland, Ohio, less than 2 hours away from the NFL Draft. It is coming your way tonight live right here on NFL Network. Now, the highest the tight end has ever been drafted. Riley Odom went 5th to Denver in 1972. So while Kyle Pitts set a new standard, the #2 overall player on DJ's Top 150 is on the red carpet with Michael and Melissa.
Oh, but not like...
He sure is, and Chris, we're about to find that out. Kyle Pitts, it is great to see you, and wow, everybody raves about you. First of all, I gotta say hello to your sister and to your girlfriend. Welcome everybody to the red carpet. But some people already had you in a gold jacket, let alone a green jacket, which Michael said represented money.
Oh yes, he looks he's clean.
Does that motivate you? Is that nerve-wracking that you have such high expectations from everybody out there?
Yeah, definitely. You know, once I get in the NFL, that's something I always want to reach. You know, that's when you set your goals early. That's something at the end where I want to get that gold jacket and have my head in Canton, Ohio. So that's a goal that I want to reach, and I think I will.
So you're ready to embrace that?
Yes, ma'am.
Embrace that pressure, man. Whatever you want to call it, use it as fuel to move forward and do great things. I heard you earlier talking about wanting to be the highest drafted player out of Philadelphia and certainly the highest drafted tight end. How important is that to you?
Oh, that's very important. I want to set the bar, really high, for the people that's going to come after me. So if I get drafted that high where I set the bar, and then someone that behind me will hopefully beat it and just keep going. So just be a good example.
I love something you said. You said being from Philly, you have a different kind of work ethic. What kind of work ethic is that, and how will that translate to the NFL?
I'm just gritty, always, scrapping. Always want to compete. When you're working out, you're going against somebody. I want to feel like the top dog in the gym, so I always had to show my dominance in the gym.
Oh, now, Cal, you had 0 drops, man. 0 drops. That basically means whoever covered you, they can already understand that you're going to catch that ball no matter what. Do you take that same thing in the NFL? Now, that's a whole different level of competition. Do you take that same kind of confidence into the NFL where you think you can come away with 0 drops?
I definitely think I can do it. It come with jugs and repetition, so just catching the ball, seeing it, freezing it. You rep that every day, so that'll be a goal that I want to keep for every year I'm playing.
Just have to ask you really quickly before you go. You're projected to go as high as 4. Is there somewhere you'd like to go?
No, there's nowhere I prefer, but anywhere I go and get the opportunity, I'll be pretty blessed with it.
I know you're from Philly. It was okay to say the Dallas Cowboys, man. Nobody would have said anything. We'll let that go right there. We're going to let that go right there. We're going to let that go right there. Okay, it's all good.
Great to see you. Best of luck and congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you.
Enjoy the night, all of you.
Congratulations to everybody.
Let's go back over to Chris Rose.
Melissa, thank you very much. Kid's a stud. Played only 8 games last year, had a dozen receiving touchdowns. With that being said, Mooch, who is the best offensive playmaker in this draft?
Well, you just listened to him. You know, outside of the quarterback position, the tight end position, people, is evolving into something else. It's not just a tight end, all right? It's a Superman, and that's what these guys are doing right now. They're playing in line as a tight end. They're playing a U-back and a move guy. They're playing slot. They're playing wide receiver. Sometimes they play fullback. They've got to block a guy in a three-point stance, and then they got to stock block a little quick guy. I mean, you're asking this guy to do so much, and all the passing trees and all the blocking assignments, it's ridiculous. This is as good a tight end as we've ever had come out, all right? And I'm saying ever, in terms of his college numbers and his measurables. He's almost 6'6", 4'4". The guy's a freak, all right? So if Atlanta passes him up, I'm going to fall out of this chair. I mean, and he's going to be the 4th. That's going to be the highest drafted tight end ever, and I think he should be.
Well, when you get a guy like him, he's gonna make your team better. And Kyle Pitts makes his team better. And you use the word freak. Well, if you make your team better, that means you're playing a lot of night games. And what do they say? You know who comes out at night?
Freaks.
Freak.
Tell us, Steve, who comes out at night?
What, they say freaks come out at night?
I eat by 8:30, so I don't know anything about that. Hey, you got that on your bingo card.
Listen, I got them all over the map. Whatever you tell me, bang, bang, I can shoot it out. Oh, God. We got.
Well, it's hard to follow that up, Steve. But I love Penei Sewell from Oregon, and I know it's hard to top what Steve and Mooch had to say, but this guy is one of the most impressive offensive tackle prospects to come out. And let me show you some here on the tape. He's a people mover. You want to be a great offensive lineman in the NFL, you got to move people, but he's not just a road grader. He can get off the ball. He's got quick feet. He's going to get off the snap. He's going to get to the second level. He's going to move people, but he's also got great technique. Watch his combo block with his left guard. He's going to get up to the linebacker level and make a huge hole for his running back to squirt through. Now, he's going to fit in any scheme, right? Because he can pull left, he can pull right. He can do all the things you need to if you're going to be in a wide zone scheme, or if you're going to be in that scheme that's going to ask your tackles to pull. Here he is showing his ability to get out in space, to run over little guys like Steve Smith. That's what us big guys like to do. We like to rub their face in the dirt after you pancake them. And then, watch this. This is a defensive back. He looks like a middle linebacker. He looks like Brian Urlacher reincarnated out there, making a tackle on an interception for a 330-pound man. You're not supposed to be able to move like that.
That was unbelievable. That was fantastic.
Hey,
he'll be playing at night too.
With them freaks?
I like the way you transition from freaks to people movers, okay?
Well, we got to move to different people. Melissa and Michael are standing by with a couple of Bama playmakers.
We sure are. We have Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith, a couple of teammates and friends, and now looking to find out your future in the next couple of hours. So nerves right now. You got each other. Excitement, nerves. What's going on?
I mean, not really nervous. Just being here with all your teammates. You feel comfortable having guys like Smitty and Pat and Mac and Boma in here. So it should be exciting. I'm excited to see where my brother goes. Excited to see where I'm going. It should be lovely.
Man, and I love you guys talking about that and talking about playing together. I love that since we have these masks on, you guys just say, let me put my name out. You got the DS right there, and you got the Waddle right across your so you're putting the name out there. Somebody talk about this, man. Last year, man, and no one has ever won that much hardware in a season. What was that like for you?
I mean, it was a blessing. I mean, once Waddle went down, I knew, like, I had to do what I had to do for the team, and I was ready for it, honestly. I went in there with Coach Sark, talked to him, and it was just me just wanting to do whatever I can for the team. I mean, I couldn't do it for myself. My teammates, they helped me, but ultimately it was all because of him. I did it for him.
Waddle, man, you talk about when you went down. I got to say, man, wide receiver to wide receiver in an era when we're seeing wide receivers tap out on third downs in a game, and I go crazy. Dude, much props, man, for jumping back in that game and playing the way you play. Man to man, I just want to give you much props to that right here, and then much props on those shoes you're wearing also.
Man, appreciate that on both of them. Appreciate that
I think those shoes maybe match my mask. But let's go back to that resolve, that resilience that you had when you said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to play in this national championship game. Where does that come from, that toughness? And how will that translate to the NFL?
I think it was always just instilled with me. And then just coming in with guys like Smitty, Jew, and Ruggs, and they all competitive, and we all eager to make a play and do something special. It make it easier to go out there and want to, you know, go to war with guys like that. So it make it kind of easy when you got guys like that just going to bat for you.
Let me ask also, guys, you know, you guys came into Alabama, man. You've had some dog days. Right now, you're in the spotlight, you know. This is the payoff of all that hard work. But you've had a lot of dog days, hard work put in. How often have you guys talked about actually living this moment? And what is it like now that you're actually living this moment?
I mean, we always in the room together. I mean, that's just something that we always said, just knowing us four, we wanted to be the best group to ever come through in the college. And I mean, we consider Alabama wide receiver U, so, you know, we just got to keep the tradition going, and then the guys after us, they know the standard that's already set, so just keeping it going.
You just gonna say that with me on the stage right here, knowing I went to Miami. You just gonna say that, and you know they play each other in the first. You just gonna drop that out like that?
Wait, we can't let you guys go. Do you have a friendly wager on who's going first, on whose name's being called first tonight?
I like Mr. Heisman. Mr. Heisman himself.
That's a nice thing to
Mr.
say.
Heisman himself, for sure. I'm excited.
I like that.
It's just a blessing for both of us to be in this situation. I mean, I'm happy for him, and overall, I'm excited for him.
Absolutely. Congratulations to both of you. Enjoy. Enjoy. Chris, back to you.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Those are fun kids. Hey, Smith and Waddles College quarterback has arrived. Is there another Big Mac heading to the Bay Area? Mac Jones on why he is the perfect fit for the Niners.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
To unlock the world's greatest potential, you need empathy. It's not David versus Goliath, it's David helping Goliath. That's when change will happen.
To all those rookies waiting for that call tonight, I got a little piece of advice for you. Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game. Because baby, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, oh, you prime time good.
NFL Draft, first round pick, Deion Sanders.
Gillette, baby, the best a man can get.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. Watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat 3-topping stuffed crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99. No one outpizzas the Hut.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
What's up, Justin? It's Baker.
Justin Fields, the #1 high school recruit, has committed to play for Georgia.
Sometimes things don't play out the way you planned it, but so what?
Georgia quarterback Justin Fields is transferring to Ohio State.
When things didn't work out, you found your own path.
When there were doubters and skeptics, Justin Fields has been able to rise up.
Seems like you always find a way, and that's what's going to allow you to put your own stamp on the league. I can't wait to see what you do.
Oh, yeah, back in Cleveland. It's the Red Carpet Show, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Natalie-clad college kids turning pros in mere hours. And even got the headphones on already.
Sponsorships.
Yeah, that's a good call. Really, really good call. And what a special night for all the families and all the kids that are here. It's great to see. Now, could we have Alabama quarterbacks go in the top 5 in consecutive years? Let's find out. Mac Jones is with Melissa and Michael.
On that fight.
Yes, and Michael's chatting away as usual. All right, Michael, we're on. We're on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We got
football talking over here.
So Mac your name has been talked about probably more than anybody over the last couple of weeks because.
Really?
Well, you're not wearing any red. You're not wearing any red. So, as high as number 3, we just don't know. What do you know?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I went through the process and met with a lot of teams, like 20 teams or so, and some teams met with me more than once, some didn't, and they did their due diligence and met with me, and I gave them my best foot forward. So, someone's gonna pick me, and it's gonna be an awesome situation. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Mike, I always say I measure men in distance travel, and I can tell you, there's so many things I appreciate about you. You came in to Alabama, you fought it out, you stayed through the Jalen Hurts, the Tour brothers, and all of that, and you got your moment. How satisfying is it in a world where everybody a transfer portal, they don't compete, they just go, that you stayed, you competed, and now you get to live this moment?
Yes, sir. I mean, patience is a virtue, and it's a blessing to be in a room with those guys and a bunch of great players at Alabama. I mean, we went against each other every day and competed, and it made me better. And it's a personal decision for people to leave their college or university, and I stuck it out, and it was the best thing I ever did. So I'm just really grateful to have played there for Coach Saban, and I'm kind of just looking forward to the new home I'm going to be at soon.
Well, we can't see your smile right now because of these masks that we have to wear, but I know your nickname was the Joker, right?
Yeah,
All your teammates call you that. Where did that come from?
Yeah, so my freshman year is really just because I laugh with my mouth open, like really loud.
We can't see it at all.
Yeah, so that's just kind of stuck, but I mean, the fans caught on to it. It is what it is, but if they want to call me that, it's fine.
So you're not the prankster. Do you pull the pranks off on everybody?
Not really. I mean, I'm funny, I think, but I don't know. You'd have to ask my friends.
All right, well, we're going to put you on the spot because I know you did commercials, you modeled, like you want to be a sports broadcaster, like taking our jobs.
I'm not taking y'all's jobs, don't worry.
But I'm going to have you throw it back to Chris Rose and the guys.
Sit back to
so
you,
you look in that camera. You look in that the main camera right there.
Go right now?
You can embellish, do whatever you want.
And we're back to you, Chris.
Okay. Well, good luck at being a quarterback, kid. I think you're better at that. It's a good start, though. It could be a part of history. We've seen twice before where quarterbacks were drafted in the top 3 in 1971, then in 1999. Couch McNabb and Akili Smith. It worked out with mixed results, let's just say. All right, Mooch, this one's for you. Is it smart for teams to take a quarterback because he fits the system, even though he might not have as high a ceiling?
Listen to me. The answer is yes. However, guys, there's a couple schools of thought here.
Please school us.
On the one hand, this is one school. On the one hand, you want to have your pitching staff like kind, okay? If you got a bunch of drop back guys and that's your system, you better have number 2 as your drop back. Like Baltimore wouldn't take a big strong arm drop back guy to back up Lamar Jackson. You want to have the backup that's run the same offense, okay? So you draft to your system. However, there's another hand here. On the other hand, you got to be sometimes a little flexible because Andy Reid has been running a West Coast offense that he and I grew up with. But you know what? With Patrick Mahomes, you do other things too. You got to be a little bit creative and flexible and open-minded to use the skill set of your quarterback because they're not all the same, all right? So there's a little bit of give and take there. Yeah, you want to try to have your pitching staff all the same, but boy, it doesn't happen all the time. You got to be flexible.
So where does Jones go there?
So he's a drop back guy. Mac Jones is a guy that's going to win with his arm and his head in the pocket 98% of the time.
Where's that?
That's maybe New England.
Okay, thank
all right.
you.
But
I just wanted to know
the other guys are a little bit more athletic.
Or San Francisco.
Or San Francisco. Unless Aaron Rodgers
I just want to
San Francisco.
Hey, when's a defensive player going to come off the board? Is it that guy? Smile, it's selfie time, Patrick Surtain. Your pop was a pretty good player. What about you? We'll hear from him next.
Yeah. Eli has to learn. That's why he was in the warehouse. Oh, Jesus Christ. You're just seeing everything in slow motion.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Because everything great is birthed through discomfort. Real empathy says, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. That's what truly matters.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by
Man, I wish I could stretch this out. Like, I want to have our reactions, and also, like, I don't want to have it full screen. Like, oh, well, you're. Oh, they will. But, like, as long as we're, like, halfway, it's like, okay, we're cool.
To all those rookies waiting for that call tonight, I got a little piece of advice for you. Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game. Because, baby, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good,
it's so nice because, like, dude, like, literally, like, my mom, my grandma, all on this account. And, like, you have 3 screens no matter where you are.
Gillette, baby. The best a man can get.
I have HBO here, Showtime.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Yeah, actually, it looks good. Holy shit, not what? Yeah, look at all this. All right, here's why is it probably yeah. Dude, wait, let me come back. Like, this is awesome. The only thing that sucks is that, you know, there's going to be many, like, you know how many was extra early? Now it's extra late. Yeah.
It was only like 30 Every seconds. Time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. Watch what happens when I play it backwards.
It's all sports. All sports.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99.
I mean, listen to like you organize it. You can organize it. Okay.
Say you.
Yeah. It's like everything was like sports first.
What have you done? Yeah, I think anyone will notice?
You gotta sign up. I play views. Geico Motorcycles.
Okay.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song.
Yeah, like I don't like I don't play with it like that because you know it's not really fun.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99.
No one out pizzas the Hut.
It's a fucking Game Boy.
Draft gets going at 8 o'clock Eastern. As we continue on here on the red carpet special. And we continue on with a guy who might be the first defensive player to come off the board. Patrick Surtain II. Melissa and Michael standing by with the outstanding DB from Bama.
Yes, Chris Rose, and Michael's enjoying chatting with Patrick and Mom and Dad, of course, who played in the NFL for 11 seasons. Great to see all of you. What's this like for you to be up here with your dad, your mom, and such a momentous night?
Yeah, it's a special moment for me and my family. You know, just going through the red carpet, you know, enjoying the whole experience. You know, I'm glad my family out here with me. You know, I'm just gonna enjoy every bit of it.
Dad, you've been here before, man. You know what it's like to play in the NFL. What advice have you given him as he get ready to enter this world?
Man, just be excited for the moment. Obviously, it's a job now. Just be a professional. Use your God-given abilities, man, and go out there, keep your head down and work. Never let nobody outwork you. And he's had that mentality since a little kid, and he's going to take it to the next level.
Patrick, a lot of the draft experts had you going to this man's former team.
Praise God. I'm sorry.
You didn't say that, did you?
I'm sorry.
And reuniting with Diggs, your former teammate. What do you think of that?
You know, I think it would be an awesome opportunity, you know, to go to America's team, Dallas, reunite with my teammate Diggs. But at the end of the day, whatever team call me, I'll be excited regardless. But Dallas, that'd be a special feeling for sure.
And we know a lot of teams out there, and everybody wants your services. But let me just play with that just a little bit, because I talked to you about it before. So you and Diggs have had conversations about man in that post. for the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, we had plenty of conversations prior.
The man said plenty. I just like that word. Go finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had plenty of conversations prior to this. You know, he excited for me, but yeah, we've been talking about it, you know, ever since then.
Okay.
Well, Michael's got, you can't see under Michael's mask, but he's got a big smile on his face right there. And any preference on what team he goes to from home, Dad?
No, it doesn't matter. I know Mike doesn't. It doesn't matter. Whichever team picks him, he's going to be grateful for the opportunity. And this draft day is only one night, so I try to preach to him that it starts all over again. You know, go get the third contract. You know, don't be happy to get drafted. Be a special player.
Well, let's let him enjoy tonight, right? Enjoy tonight. Soak it all in. You've earned it. You deserve it. And congratulations to all of you.
Dad also told me they got a lot of family in Texas. I just wanted to drop that out there. All family in Texas.
It would make it convenient, Chris Rose. Sending it back to you.
Thank you, Melissa. And by the way, if you're keeping score at home, Pops was the 37th overall selection of the 1988 draft. Had a great 11-year career, a 3-time Pro Bowler as well. Joe Thomas, who's the best defensive playmaker in this draft?
To me, it's Kwity Paye from University of Michigan. Now, the first thing that always jumps out when you look at this guy is his measurables, right? 6'4", 270. He looks like those old-school defensive ends that were playing when Mooch was coaching that are just going to crash off the edge, and they're going to crash and secure and smush the pocket from the outside. But he does so much more than that, because when you turn the tape on, he's the type of player that can win 3 different ways on the outside. But those are always the guys that gave me the most trouble, because he can beat you around the edge with speed, he can beat you with his quickness to the inside, but he can also steamroll you and put his helmet right down your chest and drive you back into the quarterback. So when you look at this guy, he's the total package as a defensive end. He's an old-school throwback defensive end, and I would love that if he got to the Browns. But I know the Browns aren't going to get him. He's going to go way before the Browns draft.
Yeah, Joe, breaking news this year. The Browns aren't drafting in the top 10.
I know it's kind of for me. I'm usually thinking about that. But you never know. They might sneak up there and grab him because the Browns need some D-line help.
Good point.
Well, when you talk about this draft class, you know how many playmakers, offensive, there are out there. So you have to get a guy that can slow down some of these playmakers. And so for me, it has to be J.C. Horn, because he has that pedigree and that DNA of being a football player, making those plays. He's the son of the former wide receiver Joe Horn, and he just has that innate ability. He goes through the defenders, he's pacing at the line, and he's just a guy who understands football. His IQ and his DNA in football is skyrocketing through the roof, and he plays the game the right way. So I'm excited to see that. You got to slow down some of these fast guys.
Well, I'll tell you a guy who can slow down people, these fast guys. Linebacker from Penn State, Micah Parsons. Now, and he opted out this year. You didn't see him at Penn State, but if you go back to 2019, he was a first-team All-American. This guy's over 6'3", 246 pounds. Runs a 4.3, people, 4.36. That's not one of these little cover linebackers that can play man-to-man on Alvin Kamara. This guy's the thumper. He can tackle in space. He can cover zone, cover man-to-man, because he's faster than most running backs, and he's a heck of a blitzer. I like him a lot. And you know what this kid did in high school? If you go way back, he played running back, for crying out loud. Wow. Can you imagine tackling? You know, he'd be a big guy like Derrick Henry, only faster. He runs a 4.36. I might just move him to running back and say, here you go.
Yeah, by the way, you mentioned he opted out a season ago, but he became the first sophomore to ever be named the Big Ten Linebacker of the Year. Of course, the draft gets started 8 o'clock Eastern with the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. So right now, let's send it down to Duval, where James Palmer is standing by with the big boss.
Second tier receiver. I don't, in my opinion. But like he's like
the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Shad Khan, and it feels like everything I read about what you've said recently, you are not shying away from today and how big this moment could be.
He looks like a fucking cartoon character.
It's epic night. I'm super pumped for myself, but more importantly for the city and for all the Jags fans. I think this is something, you know, it's one of the greatest moments of my life.
You mentioned this could be one of the biggest decisions of your lifetime. Is that accurate?
Well, yeah.
Is your wife okay with that?
I said one, not
Okay.
the only one,
Yeah.
okay, or not even the most important one of the biggest.
Yeah.
To really, get the direction of the
Your brother
franchise
is-
with the
like, that's
leadership,
like, would
obviously,
you be
for
happy
coaching,
with Jabbar
personnel,
Chase
and then most
Because
importantly,
you're gonna get one of
what to do with
Mike
our
Kane.
future players.
You had a chance to get on a Zoom with Trevor Lawrence. I won't say you're picking him by any means. We'll wait the full 10 minutes. But where did you come away impressed when you had a chance to talk to Trevor on a Zoom call?
Yeah, I was kind of blown away because, his sense of humility and how grounded and how, for lack of a better word, normal. So in the balance of life, it was kind of refreshing. And so I was really, really delighted.
Well, enjoy the #1 overall pick and all 10 of your selections. Hopefully you're not in #1 again.
Well, that's our goal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's like I want to see if my dad don't want it.
All right, guys, thank you. They don't do it like this in Fargo, North Dakota. Trey Lance is ready to show he can ball with the big boys. You will hear from him next on the red carpet as we continue about an hour and 15 minutes away from the commissioner stepping to the podium inside of that draft theater live in Cleveland, Ohio. Keep it tuned right here to NFL Network.
I feel like there's no way there's going to be like a super run on quarterbacks people think is going to be the first 3 quarterbacks, and then there's going to be a gap, and then someone's going to trade up to 8 or 9. It's 4. And I do not include Mac Jones in that top 4. Those top 4 are only early. You think the Bengals?
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Dallas won the title picks.
To unlock the world's greatest potential, we need empathy. It's not David versus Goliath. It's David helping Goliath. That's when change will happen.
But it's like I feel like the people who have
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
One of them is Erica. Oh, someone liked it. I like this. Probably Erica. I'll say, is anyone even talking? I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
To all those rookies waiting for that call tonight, I got a little piece of advice for you. Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game. Because, baby, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, oh, you prime time good.
NFL draft, first round pick. They tried. I didn't think that's why he quit, because I think they literally tried to...
Best a man can get.
.com/draftathon.
they tried to do a trade because he wanted out. I think it leaked out like he wanted out. The 49ers I'm pretty sure the agent was like Aaron Rodgers was like, I want out. The agent was like, I'm trying to find trade, baby. And then they built the trade.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Because everything great is birthed.
Yeah.
I think real empathy says, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. That's what true.
All right, so this is the thing. It's like with Green Bay. It's like, first, you don't get, you drafted the place instead of getting them help so they can win that year. The second thing you do is
it is draft night live in Cleveland, Ohio. That's right. Long live rock. And we are lucky enough to be joined by a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or at least a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, standing behind right now with Melissa and Irv.
Yes, and there are his shoes. Daryl McDaniels is DMC of Run DMC, and we are paying homage to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We have Greg Harris, who's the CEO. Welcome to both of you. And
thank you.
What's this like for you to see this turned into a red carpet for the draft?
I mean, yo, this is amazing. You know, I rock my Adidas, I raised some hell, but now I'm repping with the NFL.
Oh, damn, I'm telling you shit. Oh, my God, man. Listen, man, all you did, man, you revolutionized the way things are done. When you started talking about those My Adidas and all of that, and seeing that now in the Hall of Fame, man, take this moment, man. Tell us about this moment.
Well, this moment is special because if you look at sports, if you look at music, we do the same thing. We bring people together.
Right.
You know, and we celebrate each other. We celebrate people. We celebrate culture. It's full of music, fashion, and style. And we impact not just the present, we impact generations.
Yes, yeah.
And this is a special moment. Truth be told, this might be better than being at the Grammys. Because look, it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I got all of this superb people and talent and players, you yourself and you. This is a good example to the world of how we solve our problems.
Yes.
Look at the diversity here.
Right.
So we take music, we take performance, we take diversity, we take culture, style, fashion, and in a competitive, fun manner. We break down walls like we did in the Walk This Way video, crash through walls, come through floors, bust through ceilings, and knock down doors.
That's some great stuff, man.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
And Greg, you have the responsibility of holding on to these moments so that the people that come generations and generations after us can get a piece of it, can see it, and can feel the moment that Daryl was just talking about. Talk to me about that responsibility that you have in the Hall.
We have a huge responsibility to preserve this and share it, and we stand on the shoulders of those that came before. Daryl's here as a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. He's representing the Beatles, the Stones, Smokey Robinson, Aretha Franklin. That's the shoulders that you stood on, and today's artists stand on the shoulders of Run DMC and other artists. So we preserve that at the museum. We tell those stories every day. We even have a special exhibit about Super Bowl halftime shows right now that's in the museum.
Right, well, talk about that. I want everybody, because Daryl just talked about the marriage of music and sports.
Quickly tell us about that.
Quickly tell us about it.
So the Super Bowl halftime shows for 55 years has been the moment when 100 million households tune into the game, and then they watch the halftime. Beatles, Beyonce, Paul McCartney, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, Michael Jackson.
I've been there for a few.
Well, we can keep going and going. We have to go. Unfortunately, we got to get back to football. And your Steelers, we're going to find out who they picked tonight.
Yes,
Very
the black and gold, putting it on hold.
I love it. Chris, back to you.
All right, Melissa, thank you so much. Of course, all eyes on the quarterbacks tonight. A few fans out there hoping that their team drafts some guys that are going to be slipping on some gold jackets several decades from now. One of the kids that we're keeping our eye on is Trey Lance. Doesn't even turn 21 years old until next month. A phenomenal career at North Dakota State. Played only one game this year because of the COVID situation. But the season before, 16-0 as a starter. That included 28 touchdowns and no INTs. He is standing by with Melissa and Michael.
What's up? Yes.
Yes, Chris, and it's $1 million question. Experts have... Michael, we're on.
Golly,
I'm not looking at. All right, let's talk about the outfit. Before we talk about football, let's talk about the outfit.
Playmaker clean.
You know, just a little something. Nothing too crazy. I wanted to be clean. I'm trying to compete with you. I'm trying to catch up.
A lot of blue tonight. A lot of blue tonight. I like it. All right, so
it literally sounds like the fucking.
No one seems to know exactly where you're going tonight. What do you know? What can you tell us?
I wish I knew. I'm kind of in the same boat. Just blessed to be here, though. Super excited, and I feel like I put myself in a good position. So at this point, you know, kind of just play the waiting game and see what happens.
And enjoying, taking it all in.
Absolutely.
And you have put yourself in a great position, man. You've had great workouts. A lot of people are talking about how you're shooting up the board. And in this draft, we have a lot of quarterbacks, man. 5 quarterbacks. Talk to me about your confidence when you see the 5 quarterbacks that are probably go in the first round tonight. Where would you rank yourself amongst those quarterbacks, Trey?
Yeah, I think I have the potential to be the best quarterback in the class, but saying that at the same time, every single guy in this class would say the same thing. So I'm super excited about it, this opportunity, like I said. I'm super excited for this draft class. Not only, quarterback, but every position. I think this is going to be a really special class.
Well, let's talk about your family, because that's so much of what, getting to the draft is all about and what we love. I know your father played DB, but he won the quarterback coach, but he taught you how to throw?
And tell us the guys that are with you.
He tried to teach me a little something.
No.
He's back here. Yeah, this is my dad, Carlton Lance, and my younger brother, Bryce. So super excited, like I said, to be able to bring them to this and just blessed to be here.
You must be so proud. Yes.
Yeah. Young brother, we're going to be waiting to see you in a few years right here now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure. Trey, man, looking forward to seeing you play, man.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Enjoy the night.
I want to know how that wide receiver DB stuff helped.
That wraps it up for the red carpet. As we send it back to you, Chris. Can't wait about an hour from now.
We can make
version.
Thank you, Melissa. I love her.
Like what?
Put the full
I got
press, right?
I'm
the younger brother. You kidding me? All right, guys, what are you most looking forward to tonight as the city of Cleveland is all fired up for draft night? Joe Thomas.
I'm excited to see what happens with that 3rd pick, right? The 49ers, they've done a good job of kind of holding the cards close to their vest. We don't know what they're going to do, and all of a sudden, they dropped a bomb on us with this Aaron Rodgers news today. So a lot of intrigue right there, all swirling around that 49ers 3rd pick.
That's the smart thing. It's like
that third pick will let us all know how much of a circus this will be. Who will bet the farm to move up two or three spots? I'm just interested to see how number 3 impacts the whole draft moving forward after that.
I do television now. I don't coach, but I coach 1 week a year, guys, for the Under Armour High School All-American game. Deion Sanders and I, for 10 years, we've done this, and I'm so proud because about 10 or 12 of our kids are going to get drafted tonight.
That's awesome.
And Justin Fields, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Kwity Paye, J.C. Horner, Elijah Vera Tucker, Liam Eckenberg. We got Jason Owe. We got Asante Samuel. All these kids are Under Armour All-American kids, and good luck tonight. I'm really proud of you guys. Hanging out with you, no question about it. The city of Cleveland is fired up to get this thing going.
Draft will officially start at 8 o'clock Eastern right here on NFL Network. All right, Joe Thomas, get out there and mingle with the people. The city of Cleveland has been waiting all night long to say hi to the future Hall of Famer. So that'll do it for us, but coming up after a quick break, Rich Eisen, Daniel Jeremiah, Charles Davis, Stanford coach David Shaw, the Hall of Famer Kurt Warner, and Joel Klatt will all get you set with the NFL Draft Kickoff, presented to you by Lexus. That is coming your way live from Cleveland, Ohio, right after this.
To unlock the world's greatest
New York actually fucked up because they were like, oh yeah, sorry,
it's not David versus Goliath.
Every year we got to draft at the same time.
That's when change will happen.
Like, well, fuck you, we'll take our shit on the road. And New York was like, sorry, come back. And they're like, fuck you, we're doing.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Guess we got that first shot. That's what
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
I thought they said Excelsior. I was like, damn, that got so big. Look, again, Keon. I have those lenses. Yeah. Those are really useful. So, I already spent 11 hours on them. Are you serious? Yeah, if it's $100.
Those rookies waiting for that call tonight. I got a little piece of advice for you. Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game. Because baby, when you look good, you feel good. I have one of those. And when you feel good, oh, you prime time good.
Oh, but the bed actually doesn't
draft first round pick, Deion Sanders.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Gillette, baby.
No,
it's the best a man can get.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Basically just putting
where he can displace people on the line of scrimmage. Georgia loves to run the football.
Yeah, so Manny can be on TV.
My lady was like stepping on my back.
Yeah. I had time to talk to her. Those
Every time I eat stuffed crust from
she was like
I play
90
this
pounds,
song.
just like tap dancing on my back.
Eat 3 toppings.
And then she bit my leg and was like,
The
"You
original
like
stuffed
been that way?"
crust,
Oh, it
just
does.
$11.99.
Yeah.
No one out pizzas the
That's like you should
I've travelled all over, telling folks they could save by bundling home and car insurance. But here's the real secret.
Did Eric show you
Eye contact.
videos? No, I still watch this. Yeah, that's right.
We just had a moment.
No, I'm good. Chiropractor's scared.
Rich Eisen is running the 40 to benefit St. Jude.
I want everyone running like the champ that you are.
And this year, he's bringing along a few friends.
Oh, really? 1, 2, 3, St. Jude!
Don't miss Rich's run, Saturday during the draft, only on NFL Network.
Welcome to NFL Draft Kickoff presented by Lexus in Cleveland, Ohio. It appears the only thing chillier than the weather here in Cleveland is the relationship between the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. We will be talking about that. Talk about a backdrop to an NFL draft. Every single fan that you see here in this draft hall built on the shores of Lake Erie are fully vaccinated. Get your shot, everybody. It's the way we all have a good shot at getting back to normal as soon as possible.
Yeah.
The red carpet is going down once again. There is.
Oh, who's that guy? That's
Wilson,
God.
all masked up, ready to become a New York Jet, supposedly. The BYU quarterback, second overall. Could Mac Jones be the third overall?
Like, he
pick?
looks
The
like a
49ers
fucking
give up
Fuzzy
all that
fucking
draft
Wolfman,
capital
dude.
to
Come
trade
the
up and
fuck
take
on.
the Alabama national champion. Could Kyle Pitts be the first non-quarterback off the board? Will the Falcons take him at 4, or will he'll still be on the draft board closer to an hour in? We're about an hour away until the Jacksonville Jaguars are put on the clock, and I am thrilled to be here in person at this draft here for all of you on NFL Network. My name is Rich Eisen, pleased to be joined once again by the head coach of Stanford football, Coach David Shaw, Charles Davis, my friend from NFL Network, and of course PBS Sports, and the man of the hour, move the sticks at the very end of the set, Daniel Jeremiah. Very excited for all of us to be here. Trevor Lawrence has been pretty much put in Sharpie since the day he was born. It seems to be the first overall pick of this draft. We're going to see him and Zach Wilson go 1-2, correct?
Absolutely. I think it's going to start at 3 with your Jets. That's where the fun is going to begin tonight in the draft. And really, nobody knows what's taking place with the 49ers. So there's a lot of intrigue in this one tonight, Rich.
Can't wait to see how it all breaks down, because 1, 2, 3 right at the top. Could there be 4 quarterbacks at the top? That's when you talk about intrigue. I can't wait to see how that all breaks down.
Of course, we've never seen that before. What do you think of these quarterbacks, Coach?
Just excitement. All different guys, but more than anything, the franchises. We're getting that face of the franchise, that exciting guy that's supposed to be, your guy for a long time. It's going to be fun to see how it happens.
Yeah. And Trevor Lawrence, first overall, what does he bring to the table, sir?
Well, you mentioned it, Rich. This guy's been the man his whole life. I mean, this was a guy who walked into high school as a freshman and took over the starting position, won state championships, goes to Clemson as the highest recruit in the country, wins a national championship, and he's marched all the way through. He's going to be the first pick in the draft this evening, and go see if he can hunt down some championships with Urban Meyer. The pressure's not going to get to this kid. He's been dealing with it since the 9th grade.
I like how you brought that up, DJ, because as Shakespeare said, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. And David Shaw, you know all about this, because Trevor Lawrence has been the man for a while. Well, Andrew Luck was the man like that before. And what I always think about these guys is, it is not easy to be the guy and have everyone shooting at you for 3 straight years when you're the #1 pick in the draft. Both of these guys did it. Both of these guys handled it well, and both of them proved, Coach Shaw, week in and week out. They're already doing like a big.
What's your opinion of Zach Wilson, Coach?
Yeah. There are 2 things with Zach. One is just the wow factor. This guy is so explosive. He's so excited. So exciting to watch this guy play. There's so many different things that he can do. He can throw the ball from the pocket, can make it every single throw. He's got live feet. He's got a live arm. He makes these freaky throws. He's like a point guard. He's like, he reminds me of Bob Cousy. Right? Those used to watch those old games. The guy can do anything. The second word that comes to mind for me is discernment. You know, there are times where he puts the ball maybe in a little bit of danger. He can make all these wild plays. Every once in a while in the NFL, you got to get rid of the ball, get the ball out of your hands, slide and get down. Don't try to win the game on every play. But this guy's going to get you out of your seats, Jets fans, including the one sitting next to me. He's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to watch this guy play in the NFL.
Well, and of course, as you pointed out, Daniel, and as everybody knows, having talked about it for weeks since the trade was made by the 49ers on the day of Zach Wilson's pro day. When the Niners are on the clock, third overall, that's when the intrigue will begin. But tonight, instead of talking about the last several hours about the third overall pick of the 2021 draft, we're talking about the 26th overall pick of the 2020 NFL draft, and that was when Jordan Love, Ian Rappaport, was selected by the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers spent all season saying, I'm cool with everything that's going on in Green Bay, and now what happened today?
Rich, this actually has been building for not just the last month, but really, like you said, since Jordan Love was picked and Aaron Rodgers bit his tongue, he said all the right things, but we have known he was not happy with the pick, and the frustrations really boiled over this offseason and actually began about his contract. The Green Bay Packers wanted Aaron Rodgers to convert his contract just a standard base to signing bonus to create some cap space. Rodgers, I'm told, did not want that. He wanted a real contract extension. He wanted the team to commit to him long term, which they, at that point, had not yet been willing to do. His agent, Dave Dunn, flew to Green Bay, had endless meetings with Rodgers. His frustration was palpable. Several teams started calling the Green Bay Packers, kind of getting a sense that things weren't right, trying to maybe trade for him, just see if there was interest. The Packers have remained steadfast. They have no plans to trade Aaron Rodgers. That is only going to ramp up as this continues, so we will see where this ends, but things are not in a good place.
Well, I guess to use the phrase or the phraseology of what we've been hearing about Aaron over the last several days, the answer is this quarterback seems pissed. Question, who is Aaron Rodgers? And then Brian Gutekunst, the Packers general manager, putting out this statement today about how they're committed to another championship with him leading the team and competing for that championship again, so on and so forth. It just seems to me, Charles, that Aaron Rodgers wants to have respect paid, and respect paid in the form of dollars, if it is something about seeing other contracts that have been given to other quarterbacks, and also maybe in the length of a contract so he can finish his career the way that he wants to, as opposed to having it put on him by circumstances that the front office of the Green Bay Packers want to do. It seems to be that that's what it is.
Absolutely, and Ian said it best. It's been building because we've gone through this for a while now. The pick of Jordan Love, he seemed to handle it well, but he kept thinking we were within one game of getting to the Super Bowl. What is it going to take to get there? I don't know if picking another quarterback's it. The other thing, guys, don't forget, Aaron Rodgers at that place in his career where there's a lot of change going on. Look, he's just gotten recently engaged. The Jeopardy thing is coming up now. There's a lot happening in his life. He wants to get settled on that as well as the football, and this is a great opportunity for him.
Well, we're here on the first night of the draft where every team in the league is working through scenarios, plan A and plan B. When you have Aaron Rodgers as your starting quarterback, that's the only plan there is, because there's nothing that's going to come close to that. I don't think the Green Bay Packers have any option but to play this thing out and see if they can't get this fixed with Aaron Rodgers, because there is no other Aaron Rodgers.
I can't agree anymore. Everybody in the league needs a quarterback, right? You need to have a quarterback to be competitive. If you've got a top 3 quarterback, which no matter how you shape these guys in the top 3, you got a top 3 quarterback, do whatever you can to make him happy. Like, he's going to win games for you with people, without people around him. Make him happy with his contract. Give him enough guys to protect him, and you got a chance to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, it does appear that, you know, seeing a team with Tom Brady quarterbacking it, and the team basically saying, we're going to put all in to the remaining window of the opportunity of this quarterback, and have that quarterback come into his house and beat him, leaves a bit of a mark. The Packers have surrounded him with a heck of a team, but the fact that a first-round selection was chosen to put his successor on the roster appears to still, 1 year later, rankle. Kurt Warner, Joel Klatt, our quarterbacks on staff for this draft. Take it away.
All right, thanks a lot, Rich. And Joel, we knew we were going to talk a lot about quarterbacks. I knew I was going to talk about 5 quarterbacks tonight. I was hoping maybe there would be a 6th thrown into it.
And you got it.
I told all I just didn't think it was going to be the reigning NFL MVP. So just talk to me. What do you make of this big splash news that we've heard just in the last couple hours?
Well, I mean, obviously he's unhappy with his situation in Green Bay. And you know what? That's his prerogative. He can be unhappy. Obviously, he looks at the guy who beat him in the NFC Championship game, to Rich's point, and the team surrounding Tom Brady. He says, maybe I want that. Maybe I could force my way out of my situation here and get that somewhere else. Now, if he can do that, it would require a dance partner. That's why I'm looking at all the other teams in the league tonight. DJ just talked about plan A and plan B. Well, all these teams have been planning and planning for months on end for tonight about all these quarterbacks and scenarios. This threw a huge wrinkle into it. And I'm just wondering how many of them are sitting back and saying, we got to call Green Bay and at least inquire about the situation going on with Aaron Rodgers.
No doubt there's a bunch of dance partners out there. People that would love to have Aaron Rodgers, but I'm also with DJ. I believe if you're the Packers,
what the hell?
You've got to play this thing out. And I think a little bit of an insurance policy with what happened last year. And I am not
like
a
war dance. It's not like somebody who was a
we are going to keep him here and believe that he's going to show up and play for us if for some reason he chooses not to based on these statements. Well, I guess we've got Jordan Love in which we can fall back on because we went and got him last year. But this is so fascinating and a perfect way to bring some drama and intrigue to night one of the NFL draft.
And you know who's probably sitting back and maybe like with a little bit of a smirk on his face?
Who's that?
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Hey, Rich. All kinds of fun early here in NFL draft night.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes has tweeted out, let's see what he's tweeted. Well, I see draft weekend's going to be pretty interesting. I guess, you know, when you got a $500 million contract already signed and a new protector at your left tackle, your team not choosing in the first round because of it, you can tweet that out if you are one at Patrick.
Yeah.
And then when Tom Pelissero tweeted out today that the 49ers had called the Packers looking for Aaron Rodgers, you thought, well,
I hope, Madden wants to steal all the crap that Bucky was
quarterbacks at 3.
Oh, okay. Rex was abandoned, but plays in control.
Aaron Rodgers was out there.
Like running quarterback.
Talking about who should they take at 3 overall. Lions fans, yeah, shrink up, Packers fans.
Yeah.
Because everything great is birthed through discomfort.
No.
He says, I see you. I
It's
feel
like,
you. I hear
why
you.
would you draft Mac? Like, why would you draft Mac Jones if you have someone that plays just like Mac Jones? Mac Jones has shown that he can't throw the deep.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
And that's why you probably want someone like Kirk Cousins. But like Mac Jones, you think that's the dude? You like this dude that's sitting there? Yeah, it's like you're not drafting on talent. Like you can't like someone like all right, someone smart. It's like saying like I want a construction worker that has a fucking GPA of 4.0. It's like no.
Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game. Because baby, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, oh, you prime time.
Oh.
NFL draft.
You know what?
First
I'm going no. I'm going to I have to do it.
Gillette, baby, the best a man can get.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play backwards.
Stuffed crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99.
All right.
No one out pizzas.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
At Lowe's, spring is a season of possibilities. A time for growth and a time for a fresh trim. It's where new projects begin. And curb appeal takes on new meaning. Come celebrate Lowe's first annual Spring Fest, a festival of fun and savings for your garden and total home. Home to any budget, home to any possibility.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
Because everything great is birthed through discomfort. Real empathy says, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. That's what truly matters.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
Welcome back to Cleveland. Verizon's announcing Verizon Small Business Days now through May 7th. Meet with a business specialist and get limited time offers. Learn more at verizon.com/smallbusiness. Ian Rappaport, the latest on what the Niners are going to do at 3. Sir, what do you have?
Rich, the 49ers know they're taking at 3. They have told very few people, so it's all a guess. But let me explain how the 49ers got here. They made the big trade from 12 to 3 with the thought in mind, as far as I'm told, that Mac Jones would probably be it. They felt really comfortable with him and a couple of the other quarterbacks, but that was not at all where the process stopped. In fact, it really just kicked into gear. They did a deep dive into all the quarterbacks and became really comfortable with them. And this is where it became fascinating. It sounds like Trey Lance, North Dakota State quarterback, really grew on the 49ers. They got endless film after film after film on Trey Lance from his quarterback coach, seeing him do things that they would do in their offense, and they had a heavy hand in his second pro day just so they could get a full evaluation. It is not clear which direction they are going, but it is Mac Jones or Trey Lance. It feels like it's swinging Lance, but we will see.
All right, thanks very much. I know you're happy to hear this. Your mock drafts are over. I no longer want to hear what will they do. I want to know what should they do. I'm literally pounding the table. I've had enough of the mock draft season. What should the Niners do at 3 in your estimation?
I am so happy to hear that question. For me, they should take Trey Lance is what they should do, because with Trey Lance, you are going to get the intelligence that you love about Mac Jones. The accuracy, while it's not quite to Mac Jones' level, I think he can get there with some mechanical tweaks. And then you add all of the athleticism that he would bring to your offense. You're going to play 11 on 11. You're going to have to account for Trey Lance in the run game, and you're going to be able to tap into the creativity of the best play caller in the National Football League in Kyle Shanahan. That would be a fun toy for me, and I think would be a fun toy for the 49ers. And you also don't have to rush him on the field. You've got Jimmy Garoppolo. You can take your time.
That's been my biggest thing, because one thing that keeps hitting me as we have these conversations about the 49ers, 22-8. 22-8 when Jimmy G is healthy. So here's a guy who's got all the athletic ability. Everybody that talks to this guy falls in love with him, and Trey Lance. It seems like a perfect fit because you get to have Jimmy G playing quarterback, and this guy, could they possibly do a Taysom Hill? Or bring him in and do some things with him as Jimmy G. Don't forget, they're one play away, one defensive stop, one offensive play away from winning the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. You've got a really good quarterback who fits your offense, and now you get maybe 2.0, all the stuff you liked about the previous quarterback with some extras on the next guy.
Rich, did you say something about pounding the table?
I literally did, yes.
Because I had an article on NFL.com about guys I'd pound the table for.
Nicely done, Charles.
And Trey Lance would be that guy. Because I said he's the most intriguing quarterback in this draft for me because of the skill set, the upside, all the buzzwords you want to use. I've said it all through the process. He's Josh Allen to me. Has that type of potential to make those changes and upgrades that people are looking for. But I think he's already coming out more accurate than Josh did out of college. And here's the last thing, guys. He has a mind for football that is way up there. People are underestimating that part. And we keep hearing rumors that Jimmy G might actually be moved beforehand. So if it's Trey Lance, they're convinced that he can take the ball right away, and they fall in love with his mind, not just his skills.
Well, Trey Lance played one game in 2020 before COVID canceled the Bison season. So I guess COVID forced the Bison to opt out. There are some players in this draft like Penei Sewell and Micah Parsons who opted out on their own. Jane Slater has that.
We're going to launch downfield for Chase, who
And when they need a block, Penei Sewell is the guy that gives it to him.
The Pac-12 cancels their season amid COVID-19. What does this mean for college players?
Being a kid from Harvey, what did it mean playing for a powerhouse like LSU? It means so much to the state, doesn't it?
It means a lot. Hearing all the fans scream and the LSU songs that they love to play before the games, it's just a chill thinking about it, and especially seeing it. It's a whole different feeling.
So did you test positive for COVID?
I did.
How much did that weigh into your decision to opt out?
That's what really made me think about my decision, you know, the most. Because I couldn't breathe as much. I was even, you know, using asthma pumps, and I haven't had asthma since I was a kid. I'm just trying to look at my health, you know, long experience, and make sure I'm in good health.
What was harder, telling Coach O or telling those teammates that you were opting out?
I'm pretty sure it's telling Coach O.
And it took him a while to tell me he didn't want to leave. He was crying. He was almost hysterical. Jamar loved his team. I don't see Jamar every day. He just loves football and loves his teammates.
It got emotional. Why?
He's one of my favorite coaches. Been through with me with everything, you know. I talked to him personally, family stuff, anything, you know. It's a guy, that's the boss.
I really wanted to play, but it came down to the Pac-12 not being certain of what they wanted to do, deciding on whether to opt out. My parents were the ultimate people that I went to for advice. From there, we made a plan and started preparing for the NFL draft.
You had to shift after you made the decision from a team mentality to an individual mentality. What went into that?
Just working on my own. Monday through Saturday was my workout days.
My typical day consisted of morning and afternoon workouts.
Runs in the morning.
Combine drills, 40s. Other days it'd be position work.
My hands and my speed were the main things I was working about this offseason. You know, I seen a big increase with my speed.
Afternoon workouts, it'd be leg workouts or upper body workouts.
Right. It's been a long journey. I got out of college early, you know, jumped straight into a businessman. It's a big difference, you know, businessman from football.
How do you get your mind in the right place that I've made the right decision and stayed focused?
Watching those guys keep me motivated, you know, that's what our dream was growing up, you know, be successful young black men playing football.
Every chance I got in the weight room, I acted like it was a game day for me. So I came in with the purpose, knowing that one day I will step across those lines and do what I do.
Tackle prospect Penei Sewell tossed up 31 reps of 225.
That strength, that aggressiveness is clearly on display.
I think people forgot about my name a little bit. I just wanted to wake people up.
Ja'Marr Chase putting on quite a show today.
Pro Day tells me a lot. And he came back in great shape, coming in and out of his brace, the best I've ever seen. He's such a dominant football player, and I think people forget.
So we're getting close to the draft. Your draft stock was seemingly unaffected by the decision to opt out. Knowing what you know now, Ja'Marr, would you have done it all the same?
If COVID wasn't there, then I would have been playing football. I mean, that was the big reason of me opting out.
Non-COVID related, I would stay opted in. College is something that you only experience once, but really the experience that I went through here and the people that I've met really shaped me into who I am, and I like the person that I'm becoming.
What was gained from not participating in the season?
What I gained was some knowledge, some patience. Those two things will bring me a long way. I just can't wait to be a football player again, you know, be a little kid on the field again, so that'll all come shortly.
Well, I mean, Chase and Sewell could go back-to-back tonight in the first hour of the draft. How do you, Coach Shaw, evaluate players who opted out, do you think?
Well, first of all, I completely understand what those guys said. Having gone through that with Walker Little and Paulson Adebo, talking to them and their families, and the uncertainty, especially on the West Coast, as Penei talked about. We brought the guys back, we sent them home, we brought them back again. So we understand the decisions. These guys worked really hard to get back to where they are, but now we evaluate them. You have to go on the film, right? The film still, the last time they played, what did they do on the film? And then those pro days are so huge because nobody has seen these guys in a year. And then they come back, and just like those two guys did, our two guys came back and blew guys away at the pro day. And now you've got two things. The one is the film that they last time they played, and then now what they did the pro day to see how hard they've been working.
And don't forget, they don't drop because the film was good beforehand, and both of them came back in shape. Right here in Cleveland, Wyatt Teller put on 16 pounds of muscle, got in the best shape of his life, won a job at guard last year and became an all-pro. He showed maturity during the COVID crisis. Guess what? These guys showed that same maturity. So if you're scouted like someone who didn't come back that way, DJ, you've got an uphill battle convincing your team, don't you?
Yeah, I talked to a couple teams that actually felt like this was a good litmus test for these kids. They had a whole year, no coach looking over their shoulder to make sure they were working out, taking care of their business, and the majority, the vast majority of these kids, as Coach said, they showed up at their pro day. They were in phenomenal shape during this year, and they're ready to get their NFL career kicked off.
Thrilled to be here for an in-person draft after last year's draft. All vaccinated fans here inside the theater stage. An interesting roll call moment with Kimmy Church.
Anybody still there?
NFL Media.
We are in the city of Cleveland. And Browns fans, I need you to turn up and put on for your city. Let's go! Let me hear you in the back.
I'm back.
You are back. What's up, Matt? Oh shit! Why I got my jersey on backwards? No,
One more time, Cleveland Brown fans, make some noise. Yes.
Did you say Rice University, like Rice?
No, Rice is in Jerry.
Browns fans all fired up. Packers fans.
Oh, is that the old Cooper Cup jersey?
I was just reading her lips underneath her mask. That's what she was saying. What is Bill Belichick going to do tonight? I would say, what are they going to do at 15? They could move up. Will free agency Bill show up as draft night Bill? That's coming up.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
The elevator stopped. I finally got a name.
Oh, nice.
I guess here you go.
I know her dog. Oh, nice. All right.
Everything great is birthed.
You got Wingstop.
Nope, Buffalo.
I see you.
Okay.
I feel you. I hear you.
Buffalo Wild Wings. I gotta switch jerseys.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from near to far vision. That's seeing no limits. Verilux lenses by SE.
No.
Oh, in the elevator. Yeah.
No, it's not an elevator.
Hey, beautiful.
This little coffee is fucking fantastic. Oh, so good. Man, I'm going to get drunk. I think I already bet that I would take a shot if the 49ers drafted Mac Jones. If they don't draft Mac Jones, I'm going to be so happy I'm going to take a shot.
Somebody's saying they're going to draft Mac Jones, but I don't like him because he's not mobile enough.
Whoa, what? He's not mobile enough? I thought you loved like pocket quarterbacks.
No, I like mobile, not running. There's a difference. Aaron Rodgers is a mobile quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is not a running quarterback.
So what is Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson's a running quarterback. They run first, pass second.
What about Kyler Murray?
Run first, pass second.
Wow.
About Daniel Jones.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially.
He stinks.
I knew you were going to say that.
Daniel Jones is never going to live up to the 6th pick in the draft.
We'll see. He's got 1 year to prove it.
This is true.
Wait, isn't this year 3?
It is.
Look at Josh Allen's first 2 years. He sucked.
Yes. So I'm
year
hoping,
3, he was awesome.
I'm hoping for a Josh Allen performance this year.
Same thing can happen with Drew Lock.
I don't know. Drew Lock is in
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
I was just about to say Matt's not even on YouTube. Hey, he left me.
Stuffed crust, just $11.99.
No one outpizzas the Hut. Did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and more? So what are you waiting for? World's strongest man, Martins Litzis, to help you break down boxes.
That's hilarious.
What am I gonna do to you, box? Let me break it down for you.
Oh! Sorry, changing.
Geico. See all the ways you could save.
Burst. Apparel fit for living.
Trey, what's up, man? Josh Allen with the Bills here. Let me tell you something.
You're always going to have doubters.
This kid out of the
Of course it is.
I've heard it all before. You're not good enough to play quarterback in the NFL.
Everyone watches Martin. Everyone
untested.
makes
17 games.
Like, that's all MTV has on TV right now. Still a channel. Yeah, exactly. Like MTV2, they played nothing, but it's like, oh,
Get on the field.
Black
let your
Lives
game
Matter.
do
You
your
play
talking.
nothing with Martin.
It's time to make some noise, Trey.
Here's a peek inside the green room made possible by Lowe's, where every all invited prospects are waiting patiently, hoping to hear the commissioner call their names tonight. And special thanks from me to the great people at Lowe's, one of the primary sponsors of Run, Rich, Run.
No way. Are you serious? I did not know that.
Patriots have won 2 Super Bowls since 2015, but not nearly as successful for Bill Belichick and the franchise. 53 players selected. Only punter Jake Bailey in 2020 has made the Pro Bowl. New England's also had the 3rd fewest number of starts by their own picks in that 6-year span. The Cardinals and the Eagles, the only teams below the Patriots, and that was part of the conversation when the Patriots went kind of hog wild in free agency.
I mean,
they didn't have a lot of draftees for them to have to pay in a second contracts. They had a lot of money left over.
Stanford punter. Jake Bailey.
Oh, my bad. Punters are Stanford Cardinal too. It's a new T-shirt.
Did he do like 25 on the bench? Hit the pro day? Wasn't he the real smart?
He went to the Pro Bowl and he was all pro. That's all I know.
And he went to Stanford.
Absolutely.
Well done. Pardon me.
Oh, so this
my
is
bad.
a live. This is a live
what do you think the
draft.
Patriots should do with their 15th overall selection tonight, Daniel?
Well, it's been an aggressive offseason, so why not keep that trend going tonight? And if Trey Lance were to start to slide, let's say Mac Jones goes 3rd overall, I think this New England Patriots team is well equipped to start a young quarterback. You have an unbelievable offensive line. You can run the football. They're going to have a great defense. The special teams is as good as we have in the national.
Derek, is there any way I can get myself
Get a
bigger?
young quarterback in there, ask him to run around, make some plays as he's learning and developing. I would think a guy
No,
like
my
Trey Lance
laptop.
who protects the football to make some plays would be a great fit.
DJ, I love where you're going with this because you
Yeah,
started
like
with
I don't.
the
If
aggressive
you have the whole
offseason with
window,
Patriots.
then no.
And that's not something we've talked about very often over time.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at
look at this
YouTube or
aggressive
at
offseason of the Patriots and why
I'm
we
on
might
Google.
be bullish on them making a move tonight. They added a receiver in Aguilar who's resurrected his career out in Las
Just
Vegas.
watch yourself on the live
2
stream. It's
terrific
okay.
tight ends in Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. They got Trent Brown
Full
back
screen.
on the offensive line. And how about Matthew Judon to help spice up the defense? Plus, they
That's
may
it.
get some
As good as you're gonna get.
back. So to me, let's continue this aggressiveness. Let's keep going.
I can't. Hey, here's a joke for you. John Cena is in the ICU. I see you.
But never in the first round. It's time to consider
So
doing
bad.
it again, I think.
So bad.
Absolutely. A lot of talk of them
Are
trading.
you watching Wipeout, Matt?
Talk of them sticking and picking some great
What?
players
Are you
there.
watching
There's some good
Wipeout
quarterbacks
with
there.
John
They
Cena?
wanted to trade back.
No, do you watch that?
I watched one episode.
Mills
He's
and
really
Travis,
weird.
He's pretty attractive.
Is he any
especially
good?
that Mills
He's
kid.
really
I
weird.
heard he's pretty good out of Stanford.
He's
big,
he's
strong
not
kid,
that
actor,
that
he's a great
good.
athlete.
He tries
Rob
really
Big
hard,
Pro
like
Day.
but
He got his
he's
exo
kind of
going up
boring.
there. The guy can make plays in the pocket. He can make plays out of the pocket. A better athlete than most people give him credit for. This guy's got a chance to be special. When you get a chance to interview him, he knows.
Did you guys already
inside
eat?
and out. This guy can make
We already
plays
ate. We
on
had
Sundays,
tacos.
and I can't wait to watch him.
Yeah, and
From
one
where?
thing, guys, talking to
From
friends around the
Gusados.
league, they have theories.
It's a really
and
good
they hear
place in
buzz
in
on
LA.
all these teams. Except for one. When you
So,
ask,
Tom, did
what
you
are the
have
New England
bean
Patriots gonna
tacos?
do? What do you think?
No idea.
There is silence on the
quesadillas
other end of the line. So
and
we are
mushroom
all
tacos.
waiting. The whole league is
Ooh.
waiting to see what Bill Belichick's going to do
I
tonight.
think Nike the dog's the only one who might know.
Rough for us.
Exactly.
How'd you get there? Uber or drive?
Walking Nike around Nantucket, so we'll see what the Patriots do
Oh,
right
okay.
there at
I was
15
gonna say,
overall.
so Manny can't get drunk.
You know, it would be fascinating if the Patriots do get a rookie quarterback in this draft because the Jets are getting
He's the designated.
and by
He's the
choosing
designated driver,
that
right?
quarterback, it would leave another one for New England. Could you imagine what that would mean for that rivalry as those two?
Are you guys watching on ABC or
in
ESPN?
their careers?
But what might be different is the Jets
I'm
are
watching
gonna
the
start their
NFL
rookie
Network.
quarterback right away.
Oh,
If this
okay.
rookie
I don't have that on
quarterback,
this.
Cam Newton might start first.
So
This
I have
quarterback
ESPN.
might sit for a while behind him.
Where do you
ESPN's a
think
good
is where
coverage.
half an hour
I was
to the
actually
draft
thinking maybe I
starting
should
Justin
switch to
Fields might land tonight?
But ESPN is Mel Kiper and all
You look
them.
at the Carolina Panthers and
I do
the
like
Denver
I like
Broncos.
making
That
fun of
seems
Mel
to be the sweet
Kiper. I
spot,
actually
which
might
also means
see if I could
the rest of the league knows
because I
that. So
wanted
if you
to
want
put
to trade
ESPN
up with
here
Justin Fields,
and
you
have
might want to
NFL
call
here.
the Detroit Lions at number 7.
Unless the Niners
They're also doing it on ABC.
There's always that. That's entirely
They are?
possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why, that's the ESPN roster, isn't it?
To the vest
Yeah,
in San
same
Francisco.
All right,
I mean,
boom.
I
That
cannot
looks
recall a draft where a team goes to the Super Bowl
Ah.
1 year and then 2 years later comes back and moves up to draft a quarterback, and we have no earthly idea who that quarterback is as
We
we
got
are 25 minutes away from the
25 minutes
Jaguars
away.
being put on the clock. We're live here in Cleveland,
Yeah,
Ohio.
I'm not
It's time for the
ready.
Cleveland
You're not
All-City
ready.
Choir to get on the stage and sing Lift Every Voice and Sing. Then the national anthem, and then we're getting closer to the NFL draft.
It's very hard to get into the game right. We have buttons that will work on
Ladies and gentlemen, performing Lift Every Voice and Sing, please welcome the Cleveland Metropolitan School District's All-City Choir under the direction of Dr. David Manning Thomas.
They're expensive. Yeah.
So I ended up getting my mom food from there too.
That's cool. You're a good son. Did you get her wings too?
No, she got the house sampler, which is like a little bit of nachos, boneless chicken wings, onion rings, and cheese sticks.
Man, it's pretty damn good. It does sound good. Matt, you should get Natty's sister to make a sampler.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Jenny Neidhart?
Yes.
I like her.
Yeah, she's pretty attractive.
Yeah, she's 30 and she's 30 freaking 9.
She doesn't look it.
I would have thought she was 29.
Exactly. I would have thought she was 28.
Yeah. Come on, Tom. You're going to be an old man or later this month. Coming up. You're going to be 43 years old, man.
Dang. You know what? I didn't know how old Tom was.
I remember when we went to Chicago 3 years ago and that guy specked the other girl in the butt, remember?
Wait, what? Oh, I can tell me that story.
That guy, John Brown, his name was John Brown, he was so drunk.
Matt, that's how I am right now. Who the hell is that? Oh, that's Chase. Whose suit is that? That's a bomb suit. No, it's not. Why is he wearing Green Bay colors?
The sign. Only saw from the front.
Garrett, what's your favorite sauce from B-Dubs?
I love the garlic parmesan.
You mean Parmesan garlic?
Yes.
Yeah. I got 5 of those. We got Asian Zing, and I got the Desert Heat Dry Rub.
Okay, I don't like the I don't know why I like the super hot stuff for beans. I'm not a big fan. I also like the Jamaican jerk or the Caribbean jerk, whichever they call it.
I think it's Caribbean.
Okay. Wrong. Well, there's so many Viking fans there.
And of course, they give you carrots and celery.
They always do.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America,
those look like bear fans.
for the presentation of the colors by a
They look like bear and club fans.
So, Tom, how is that view?
That's great. 6.7% out.
That's 6.7, man. You're trying to enjoy it.
It's IPA. That's good for IPA.
Manny's trying to give me the dial.
I tell you that post I just sent me is gonna make me
Fucking Manny, don't.
scowl.
Manny, don't make me mad.
And also, Garrett, she's Canadian.
What does that mean? Why is that special? You know Canada has a whole bunch of COVID problems right now, right? Because they're not America.
She's Canadian, but she lives in Florida. I think she lives with Natty.
Oh, okay. So she takes care of the house while Natty's on the road?
Yeah.
To perform our national anthem.
So she's like
Please
Natty's
welcome
homemaker.
2013
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee.
But her and Tyson Kidd don't have any kids.
Wait, is she with Tyson Kidd?
Yeah, they're married. They've been married for a long time. They've been together for 20 years.
Wow.
Can you see?
It looks like Roseanne's younger sister.
The dawn's early light.
Mm.
What's so proud
I don't like that suit. It looks like, dude, it looks like an uncomfortable robe. It's like a comfortable robe. No.
People are saying he's too small.
Yes and no.
Are these people? Do these people's names rhyme with Fanny or Lanny or Manny?
Well, the problem is everyone gets hurt. So, I mean, a hit's a hit. We can do things other receivers can't.
Let's see if it works.
So Tom thinks no running backs this round. Get through the grass. Low Clemson.
He sounds awful.
So Tom, you think Jacksonville drives Trevor Lawrence #1 and an ETN the first pick, second round?
What? No. ETN is not going in the first round. They're going defense with their second pick. Oh, she's going bad. But she cares. No, she sounds like she
Practice for this all night. Ruined her place before she got a chance.
Hey, Garrett, would you rather have Mac Jones or Trey Lance?
What?
Would you rather have Mac Jones or Trey Lance?
Not Matt Jones.
You'd rather have Trey Lance?
Yes. Or Justin Fields, or Kelly Mond, or Aaron Rodgers.
Unlock the world's greatest potential. We need empathy.
Or Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's not David versus Goliath. It's David helping Goliath.
Or me.
What happened.
What Shark is gonna get? Actually, can you turn it down? It's the knob, very bottom knob.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
But if Piper comes on, I want to see his hair. Like, you have to hear his hair.
Eyes can see. Verilux progressive lenses push those limits,
That's what everybody
providing
wants. I feel like
seamless
everybody's talking
transitions
about
from near to far vision. That's
They
seeing
need
no
another
limits.
defensive
Verilux lenses
because
by
Melvin
Essilor.
Ingram is not on the team.
That's a good place for Gregory Rousseau in the second half. Because he's probably going to play interior.
Like, why is he playing this?
Because he took the year off and he doesn't have the bend to get around the edge. He does not. He's 6'7". But,
Who's that?
Who's
6'7"?
Gregory Rousseau, who's a defensive lineman
From the University of Miami.
He opted out.
Looks don't matter in this game.
He's a defensive end, but he should really be playing interior. He's not agile enough to get around. But he can go straight through. He's got long arms. Grabs a guy. He's not getting away once he grabs you. So just needs to put on a little weight.
Yeah, baby. The best a man can get.
Yes.
The first ever virtual NFL draft is officially open.
It looks
It's really not that expensive, but they still want to.
That's $100,000 car. No, it's not. That's it. Like at that point, my mind would be a Tesla.
Hello, Eli.
Eli, what's up? We already fingered each other's butts. You missed it.
What? What's happened?
We already fingered each other's butts. You missed it.
No.
And YouTube has now banned us.
No, I have YouTube up still, so you're good.
That beard is glorious.
It is glorious.
That is, you helped me out big time. I don't know why my Safari won't work. It says it's not supported. I have it blocked, I think.
But you can see it, right? You can see the draft.
But we have
fans.
Nice.
Expired.
I can see. Yeah, I can see the live stream and everything, so it's good. It's helping out.
Keep it clean.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
I'm breaking the system, and like I put Matt on the screen, so it's not like the NFL is not like you're stealing our channel. Like, fuck you, NFL. Matt's here. I'm watching Matt. I'm watching Matt eat celery.
I'm not eating celery anymore.
I
mean wings.
The world's greatest potential.
So this is like, wait, is this
It's not David versus
No one else- no one
Goliath.
else
It's
like
David
the AFC.
helping Goliath. That's what should happen.
Yeah, like no one likes the AFC except Matt.
Only as far as your
All
eyes.
NFC teams.
Oh yeah, Matt.
Verilux progressive lenses push those limits.
He likes the Broncos and he
Seamless
likes
transitions from near
he
to
likes the
far
Rams
vision.
because they used to be in St. Louis.
That's seeing no limits.
No.
Verilux lenses
I like the Broncos and the Bears because the Bears are my hometown team.
Oh, what are you talking about?
No, it's not that photo. Just the photo you've been wanting. Photo of all the.
Who do you think Carolina's taking?
Carolina's getting Rashawn Slater.
It's just like all over the place right now. I have no idea what.
It depends on which quarterback falls. Like if the Niners take Mac Jones, there's going to be so many offers for the Panthers pick, the Lions
the Falcons pick.
I'm down to trade if Fields falls. I really want Gilmore on our team.
I really. So the thing is like I feel like Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. Like give him a shot.
If it can't help and we pass up on pace on it,
that's the thing. Like I don't. You don't want to like. You can get a really good player, and you can get like Kelly Mond in the second round. If Darnold doesn't work out, you can get someone next to it. Like I don't want to waste a pick on the quarterback.
What do you make about all of these?
Like you get somebody, it will be like I think like someone good is going to come out. Like I remember when Goff and Wentz was coming out, like there was literally no quarterbacks and no one wanted.
At the same time, there's so much intrigue with this guy. When he puts it together,
like no one wanted any of those quarterbacks, and all of a sudden they still went first, sixth,
some areas in which he needs to grow.
or whatever.
When he puts it all together,
Tom, where's Kyle Trask going?
About this young man, say to yourself, man, this could be the best of all of these guys when it's all said and done. Look at the double move here. Doesn't have it. What I love is that second level throw.
I love Kyle
You'll see him make those over and over again with that talented right arm. You can have a defensive end coming free here.
Kyle Pitts played like 3 games.
And it's the touch on the ball. We know he's got a cannon, but the touch to allow his receiver to make a move on the football. Pocket movement.
Tony's going to be a stud.
We got a safety coming free once again. Man, I could step in with that big.
You know what? I keep seeing mocks that Guy Smith actually ends up in Carolina in like round 5.
I have the Giants in like round 5.
You're gonna see times where the placement of the football isn't exactly where I want it. Something that
he stays healthy, he can be a good one.
He hasn't seen a whole lot of stuff because he's only played 17 games. Would love for him to get to the second level throw right here. That is an easy touchdown.
So that's what's good.
Let's fall back on the athleticism and allow him to go get in the end zone.
I like him.
So
lack of experience.
And he had a good pro day too.
Does with a lot of young quarterbacks.
Not pro day.
Tom, where's the receiver from Purdue going?
His intangibles, his skill set could be the best of all of these guys, maybe outside of Trevor Lawrence, right? His upside is incredible.
That's the only knock against him. He's literally the most athletic person to come out.
That worries
probably
me.
ever.
The fact that there's
like he's more athletic
that ties the last 10 Super Bowl winners at the quarterback position together. It's not the style, it's not the scheme, it's not any of those things.
Like if he wasn't a midget, he would be like a top 5 pick.
The last 10 winners of
midget.
Over 30 starts and 1,200 passing attempts.
Oh, there he is.
Has 308 in college. Putting it lightly, he's like a quarterback. He needs reps and he needs them badly. One other thing.
All right, I'll see you guys when I get home.
Very good at what they
do. All right.
Best at the CS level. That's an incredible program.
All right.
Very different.
All right, well, we'll see you in 10.
To sit in the pocket.
Right.
And
later.
When you want to throw it and when you have to throw it are two totally different things, right?
Yeah.
And North Dakota State threw the ball when they wanted to.
That's great. Aaron Rodgers
like the next level. I don't think that's going to be afforded to Trey Lance. So it's a little bit of an unknown. I love him. I think he is a great player. I hope he succeeds. I have a lot of unknowns about what he's going to be. And
I understand Aaron Rodgers might get traded.
We're all going to wonder what he's going to be.
He was get traded.
Where he goes. Hey, Rich, I send it back to you. There's a guy on this set that only had 11.
No.
Dude, I would literally run 8 miles around my block if we got Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, fuck all of you.
I can't watch Aaron.
He doesn't humble.
Yep, like literally, I would have I would get a Japanese or Chinese made number 12 Aaron Rodgers jersey delivered to my house tomorrow.
Garrett, at the draft, if they got Aaron Rodgers, would you go sneaking?
Yes. I will wear a big elephant thong and have Eli come sit on my lap.
Because
I mean,
everything
like,
great
they need a quarterback. They traded the quarterback away, so they need a quarterback. So why would you?
I feel you.
Unless Atlanta was trying to get up there, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, you can't trade. Like, the Giants are going to trade back, but they're not going back that far.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive
And
lenses push
everyone's
those
thinking
limits,
it's either Mac Jones or Trey
providing
Lance,
seamless transitions from near to far vision.
Like if it's
That's
Fields, then
seeing
it's
no
going to literally throw everyone
Verilux
like
lenses
sideways.
by Essilor.
Why does Aaron Rodgers want out?
Because he got he keeps getting screwed by the Packers.
Yeah, they picked up Jordan Love last year without getting a receiver. That was stupid.
And there were good receivers on the board still.
Aaron Rodgers was begging his receivers to catch the ball.
Yep.
Like he had he literally what 60% of his passes went to Devontae Adams.
That's all he has.
Yeah.
And then the other 40% went to Aaron Jones, the running back.
Robert Tonyan was lining it up because no one else was catching the ball.
Every time I eat stuff,
Tonyan
I play this song. Watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Need 3 toppings stuffed crust backwards.
Yeah.
The original stuffed crust.
That's the thing. Like, I don't understand. Why don't they
no one else
fully
pizza
trade for that? Like, give a second or third round pick for Odell.
That came from me. My first idea.
Yeah,
You know Atlanta? I know Atlanta wants to get rid of Julio Jones.
Catchy. So I thought.
How about Julio cost too much? Like, no one can afford Julio Jones.
Geico.
What happens if the Packers got Julio Jones?
Then
I'm drafting him in fantasy. Let's say that.
if Aaron Rodgers, if Jordan Love is still there, I ain't touching shit on the Packers. Except maybe giant thigh running back.
As we look to the future,
Yes.
Visa
Only
is
two
committed
people
to
comes out
support
with Packers, if Aaron
Black-owned
Rodgers
small
is not
businesses, ensuring our communities don't just recover, they thrive.
Now more than ever, where you shop matters. So help the home team by shopping local with Visa.
Like this is the thing. If I'm gonna say, like the Cowboys are in a good position because they can have one of the top two quarters, especially on the quarterback.
Time for a fresh trend. It's where new projects begin.
The question is, what are the Panthers gonna do?
And Curb Appeal takes on new media.
I don't know.
They're going to take offensive line.
Come celebrate Lowe's first annual Spring Fest, a festival of
I'm hoping Sewell falls. If he falls, I want him.
Is Mobley the left or right tackle?
Home to any possibility.
Your limits are only as far
I
as
thought he
your eyes
played
can
left,
see.
but
Verilux progressive
Tom,
lenses.
remember that message I sent you a couple weeks ago? Is Cincinnati going to take Chase or are they going to take Sewell?
That's seeing
If
no
they're smart,
limits.
it's Sewell. That's the right
Verilux
thing to
lenses
do.
by Essilor.
They're not wrong either way.
Realizes the legacy of 9 of its newest
Yeah.
inductees.
It's like
Hall of Famer forever. Saturday after the
They
draft
win either
on
way. It's
NFL
like
Network.
you get his boy, you have someone that he has to connect with. I don't understand it. That's why, like, if I were running an NFL franchise, I'm going to draft players that make my other star players happy. And it's like, make your quarterback happy. That's why I was even telling Tom, it's like, if the Giants draft Jalen Phillips, like draft your boy Bowden, like next year when he comes out, like make your stars happy. Like if you whoever drafts Zach Wilson, is his draft in the 5th round, his receiver Milner, whatever the fuck his name is.
Here with
Like, I don't
Urban
understand,
Meyer,
like,
and
you
Urban, I had a chance to talk
camaraderie.
to
Why
Shaka
not
Khan
keep
just a
that
little bit ago,
camaraderie?
and he said tonight is epic. I don't think you guys have shied away from the expectations that you have for this draft and what it could do for this organization. Do you share the same sentiments?
I do, because the owner shares it. If we'd be in trouble if the owner didn't share that energy.
But they already
That
have
energy
Williams.
comes through the owner. It's going to be
They still
Ron
have
Jackson.
him. And they signed
Certainly
someone
the
else
coaching officers
from
and everyone
somewhere.
else in the stadium.
Look, the game of football is based on in the trenches. It's won and lost defense and offensive line. I don't care how much Jamar Chase gets open. If Joe Burrow doesn't have time to throw, Chase is going to do nothing.
Handle the pressure that would come with being picked there. And as you
He's going to do nothing because he's on his back.
Well, that's a big part of the evaluation.
Some people
phase.
like him on his back.
And as I told you several times, this was not.
Hey, probably his
we did
girlfriend.
a deep dive, and there's a reason why. Don't
I got a new girlfriend. Her name is Jenny Neidhart.
His experience, Mark Sanchez, to Russell Wilson,
that's
Andrew Luck, and then you hired Darrell Bevel. We hired Darrell Bevel, and he was there.
We're gonna meet and we're gonna do cooking shows.
They're in a big game, so don't devalue
that would be good.
The research we've done to make sure we got the right guy.
Hey, Tyler. Hey, Tom, if Jenny and I did cooking shows, would you watch?
I would not watch.
Like Tom doesn't like any of the stuff that you cook. Are you going to cook some mushroom tacos for him?
He's an amazing. I never ate so good at his house.
Really?
Then, since 2009 through 2016, 22 quarterbacks were taken in the first round. None of them are still on the same team that drafted them. None of them. And since 2017, you're looking at the 4 drafted first-round quarterbacks who are with their teams that drafted them with Sam Darnold.
You guys use our lads. This is the best site to get that.
Carolina just a couple of weeks ago.
You know what? I take that back.
So, I mean, just further proof how difficult it is to evaluate.
He's like, I'm not listening.
On average tonight,
Riley Reed.
for some teams.
He was a good, like,
Want to see a scary dad?
But I think you got to give these guys a chance.
No, they're awful. They're best receivers.
You got to have a good play caller.
Yeah.
You've got to have some protection, and you've got to provide them some playmakers. So those teams that are picking tonight, they're trying to get that accomplished. The unique thing is the team picking third
But like
overall,
that thing, Chase
I think is better situated.
And then after that,
situation, the 49ers than any young quarterback has come into the league in a
and then like that's the thing, like
because of
they're
those
kind of like
pieces
one
you
on one,
talked about, right?
After that,
but also I think what we're seeing, guys, as we go on through all of this, is some of these quarterbacks that weren't mentioned on this sheet that have moved on. Those teams have replaced them.
I feel like first of all,
moved on from Jameis Winston to the Super Bowl with Tom Brady. So we've seen teams when they've gone ahead. Josh Rosen, he got picked. It didn't work. They went right to Kyler Murray, and they're a better team. So now it's not as punitive, coach. If you draft a quarterback, you move on and try and get your next guy.
Absolutely. I'm going to quote the great Steve Young, who said the quarterback is the most dependent position on the team. Right, Daniel hit those 3, and those 3s are big, and I'll add one more to it, which is defense. To have a defense that protects a young quarterback if he does make a mistake, a defense that keeps the game close regardless is huge, along with play calling, along with running game and offensive line protection. I'll even say this as far as the coordinator and play caller is concerned.
If you already have a
to meet that
like
quarterback
Arizona,
he
would be
is,
perfect for
help him to be successful early on and grow with him as he gets older.
Do you really think it was a process for Urban Meyer to choose Trevor Lawrence first overall? Anybody raise your hand?
I was going to guess he might have that wig on tonight. I thought we might see him with the Trevor Lawrence wig, but not yet.
I'm drunk.
Yeah, that process, the minute Shad Khan called him up, said you want to do it.
Oh, shit.
Imagine.
I'm going to have a shot ready.
It is remarkable.
Oh,
Two
shit,
guys
47
who
seconds.
together
Bye.
combined in their last stop for Urban Meyer here in
Drink
Ohio.
me too, because I can't.
Trevor Lawrence, including high school. That's
the draft begins in 4 minutes.
Just double digits in losses. That's the team that the Jaguars are putting together, coach and quarterback. And that will be made official probably in about 15 minutes time, about 5 minutes until the Jaguars are put on the clock officially to kick off the 2021 NFL draft right here on NFL.
Do I have a what?
But for the moment,
official pick?
I think what we're going to do is you can see it all set up for us.
Honestly, I would
Let's
like
drop in
Sewell.
for a
If
listen
he's
to
not
the draft
there and
concert
somehow
series
Fields falls to us,
presented
I
by
think you have to take.
I think you'd have to pull the trigger on Fields.
Yeah, but right now, I think Sewell protect Sam Darnold. And if he doesn't work out, he sucks, then he get a pick next year.
If you get Fields, you still have like a week before you have to pick up.
Is your option?
Yeah, the option.
We didn't do that today, but we picked up DJ Moore, so that makes me think that maybe we are looking for guys on the quarterback.
Alright, I gotta go get my special punch. I'll be right back.
Ooh, did you spike it?
I still need to understand how you guys me, Tom, and Garrett and Jack. I'm like, man, I need to do that. It's crazy. I started playing baseball. So Eli, here's my shot. Here's my shot right here. So I'm ready.
How do I know there's not water in there?
It's not. You want me to bring it out?
Yes.
Sam, what's up?
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
I want you to break down here on the clock.
I made a bet, Sam. If the 49ers draft Mac Jones, I'm taking a shot at Everclear.
Get ready.
What if they don't? What shot you take? Garrett, if they don't draft Mac Jones, what shot you taking?
Everclear.
Matt, he's
and I also have this recommendation from the Angels. Whatever the hell this is.
Pineapple.
MD 2020. Wait,
what channel is it on?
What's that?
ESPN.
It's on ESPN?
Yep. It's on ESPN, NFL Network, ABC.
I'm on NFL Network.
I just like logged in through my YouTube channel.
And Kings of Leon looks old.
Tom, I was telling my dad earlier that the Bears need a whole new team.
The Bears do need a whole new team.
Here's the proof. I'm 10,000 in. Everclear.
What are you gonna drink if you get A-Rhymes?
The rest of the bottle.
The rest of the bottle?
Yeah. I'm
Tom,
going
Trevor Lawrence got married the other day.
Yep. Who did?
So we
oh, really? Oh, yeah, he got he had the whole Jacksonville thing. He donated all of his gifts to charity.
Right here. Live on NFL Network. We're going to take
You really think A-Rod's leaving?
What's that?
Start drafting some
I don't think he's going anywhere.
from Cleveland, Ohio.
Dude, like, he said he's going to quit. He might not, like, Aaron Rodgers would quit because...
No.
Yeah.
It's just like money. It's like a negotiation tactic.
I mean, it definitely is. Did they stop the stream?
Oh, no. Okay. They might have.
They always do that.
Yeah, you just like I told Jack, like the smart thing to do isn't to use money that you need. The smart thing to do is to take, like, say your budget per month is $3,000 and you've already gone through your whole budget. And now you
changed channels,
still
so
have, like,
and it's not showing. Oh, there it is.
Like, oh shit! Well, what am I gonna do with this $400? Instead of just spending it on some bullshit, on bullshit, and then keep another portion of it for yourself.
Parmesan garlic.
To just put aside. Looks good, Matthew. And instead of putting it in a
Zach Wilson looks like a sales rep.
he looks like a
national champion, Alabama.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Is at home. He is the presumed first overall pick in the NFL draft. The Jacksonville
They're like little
Jaguars
Bitcoin
will soon be
bros.
put on the clock to make that official. Welcome inside the Cleveland, Ohio-based draft hall. We are thrilled to be here in person.
Literally, the minute this is done, I'm working on my fantasy.
Humbled to be here.
I'm working on my mock
with you on an NFL Draft Live here on NFL Network for a 17th time. My name is Rich Eisen. Pleased to be joined once again by my coach and friend from football. Good to see you, David.
As soon as this is over, I'm going to bed. I gotta get up. I gotta work at 6 a.m.
I'll go to Vegas.
As soon as this is over, I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up at 4:45 to work at 6 a.m.
Yeah, go to sleep. You should go to sleep right now.
Happy draft night to you, sir.
Yeah, it feels a lot like Christmas, Rich. This is so good. We've got the gang back together. We've got a bunch of quarterbacks, and we've got some live music to give us a little extra juice.
And it seems like
It always goes slower than it seems, huh?
That would be kind of creepy.
quarterbacks in
who the Chargers going to take?
for the first time in the
Tom, I snore a lot.
I bet they take like a wide receiver or something, but I want like O-line.
Sam, who's your team? Chargers?
Yeah.
Potentially 5 in the top 10. Christian Darrisaw, so I think quarterbacks have been elevated.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
That is not the case tonight. There are 4 of the top 8 players in the draft class, in my opinion, are quarterbacks. So there is value up here. This is not a reach for these guys to go this high. And when we're talking about the number 2
Sam, are you happy with Justin Herbert?
The New York Jets.
Yeah.
Why would you not
Oh,
be?
yeah.
Off the pace. Last year it was Joe Burrow, who was a mid-round selection.
People were not saying that last year.
I know, I wasn't excited about him. I was wrong about him. I was so happy.
Coach Shaw, he said he was like Bob Cousy and a point guard. A little hip out there, I think you could say.
Absolutely.
Like,
I want to talk about Mac Jones.
Justin Herbert stinks. Justin Herbert stinks. Justin Herbert stinks. He's actually good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're a Bronco fan. Well, Drew Lock. How do you feel about Drew Lock, Matt?
You see anticipation.
Garbage.
He's not running quarterback.
No, his girlfriend's hot.
So that's actually the idea.
I'm excited to see which team he joins.
Well, we have two quarterbacks part of our draft team tonight.
No Clemson player has been selected in the top 3.
How many?
That's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, over the last like 10 years. Yeah. Like you, like Dabble Sweetie was a good team.
Runs a sketchy team.
I love
That's
being
what
in Warner's corner.
I feel bad for Booker.
Those guys hit 3 of the top 5. Let's hit the other 2. I know you did 10 of Justin Fields' games.
Garrett, what do you think of Urban Meyer going to the pros as a coach?
Urban Meyer is going to be there for 2 years and he's going to quit before he gets fired.
He also is very competitive. He understands football very well. Smart quarterback, understands the throws he needs to make. He's accurate down the field. He's a winner. He's tough. I love this kid. He's my second best quarterback, Justin Fields. He's going to make some teams better right away when he gets into the
They need everything. That team is destroyed.
I limited experience in Trey Lance because I believe there is a huge upside
They
with
need
this
a
guy.
safety.
Got some work to do. Got some things to clean up. You got to remember,
They have one
we saw from him was 2
They have
years ago.
one
Only
good
played
linebacker,
one game last year.
and they
but
have
there is
zero
so
good
much to
secondary.
like athletically.
They have
so much
like
to like with his
below average
mentality.
offensive line.
He's going to make
The
another
only thing
team
they have is
very,
like
very
above
happy to have
average
a chance to be maybe the best quarterback in this draft. Rich.
They're, of course, the running back was good, but how good?
Daniel, what about Fields and Lance right here, who could fall?
Yeah,
or they
James
could
Robinson.
be their
Fucking
choice
James
to
They were
Robinson.
so
man.
close with Bortles, and then it just all fell apart.
You know what happened with
They were
Bortles?
just, they were right there.
They didn't have hope. They didn't trust him. He got a big lead. They didn't trust him anymore, and they didn't have him throw the ball.
Quarterback run game. They were used with it in college.
He won my
They're very
fantasy
effective,
league
and
like
they're
2 years
built to
ago,
take
or 3
some
years
of the
ago,
punishment. These are
he
big,
was just
sturdy guys who can move and make plays. Really,
Yeah.
where the NFL is headed. Where it's moving. That
Fucking garbage.
I remember that year.
They take pressure off of the play caller. You can call the worst play against the perfect defense and still get a touchdown because they can get out of games. One thing about Justin Fields, I think, just flies under the radar. The guy doesn't turn the ball over.
Those are kind of the coolest fantasy players. They just lose, but they're like the garbage guys. Like, you just love them.
That's why, like Sam, with one of my 2 picks, I'm drafting Trevor Lawrence.
Because while Trey Lance
You are? No
Yeah,
way.
hell yeah.
body of work has not been extended.
You garbage Lawrence.
He won't do that, but what I like about him, both
Yeah.
is toughness as well. We saw it on display with Justin Fields in the college football
I know, he was
The big
nice.
Like if you can
game,
get
ended up
like
playing
if you
in
can
the
get like
championship
a
game,
Jameis
acquitted
Winston
himself
or
nicely.
Trevor
And
Lawrence
Lance, he's
in the
built for
like
big
12th
overall.
round,
So I love
hell
the fact
yeah,
that these
I'm
guys
taking
are
it
getting
all
their
day
chance.
And
long.
of course, in the background,
Yeah, for
Especially the
sure.
rookie draft, where like dude, like Trevor Lawrence is literally the next like Andrew Luck
the
or Peyton
reigning
Manning.
MVP quarterback of this league reportedly thinks he should be done with
Tom,
the Green
what
Bay
is the Saints
Packers and
gonna do?
Aaron Rodgers. What
The
a
Saints are
draft
gonna-
night
there's a chance that
that
they
is
move up for
being
their
set
quarterback.
up for all of us. The Jaguars
That's
soon
what I've been hearing.
on the clock here in the draft hall in
Trade up with the
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cowboys,
Back
maybe a 10. It
after
all
this break,
depends
but
on
first this
who
word
the
from our
49ers
friends
draft.
at Verizon.
You like the green hair?
So is there a way?
Yeah.
every day.
So is there a way for the Saints to get Justin Fields?
Yes.
Yeah, you actually
If you take the
I kind of like that. That's a good idea.
To help jumpstart your communications,
All right, so this is the
Justin
thing.
Fields to the
Atlanta will
Saints.
trade.
Design a technology
Atlanta will
approach
trade
that's
with the
tailored for
Lions
your
good.
business.
The Lions
Plus,
are in full
limited time
rebuild,
offers
so if they can
worth up
pick
to
up
$1,000.
a lot of picks,
come into
the
a
Lions
participating
are
store
like
or
dead.
book a virtual appointment
because
to
one pick
jumpstart
is
your
not going
tech.
to change that team.
Nope.
Get a future first.
New
get
handcrafted
us another
quesadilla
second
at
round.
Chipotle. It's a whole new way to adobo
Go from
chicken.
there.
As much as I hate to say, the
and a
Eagles
whole new way
have a
to order.
phenomenal setup for next
Because it's only in the app.
Tom,
online. The new
who has a
Chipotle.
better chance to
It's
make the
whole
playoffs,
new
Bears
way
or
to
Lions?
Chipotle.
Bears because of that
Bears.
defense.
Isn't built in a day.
And
It's built over
they don't know
time.
what they're doing at quarterback.
The early hours and
They
the
have
late
Allen
nights.
Robinson, who's one of
It's
the best
built
in
by
the league.
doing the work.
He's only gonna be here for 1
Pushing
year.
the limits
Barely.
every day.
And you know what? All they're doing, all they're gonna do is waste. All they're gonna do is waste them.
Yeah, that's like the Giants wasted Saquon Barkley. Given to the Colts. And
During Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 1,000 bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
So with your home and auto bundle, you'll save money and get round the clock protection.
Shut your mouth!
I should Wayne Gallman, he's not getting paid that much money.
No, he's not. But like, I think like Kyle Shanahan's going to turn him into a superstar.
You know, Matt Brady.
I thought people could use a break. We've all been through a
The
lot
Jets
this
got
year.
Tevin Coleman. He's not going to shit on the Jets. They don't have
No.
an offensive line.
Like he's there as like support. They're like Jets are drafting a high end running back.
What are the Dolphins gonna do?
What?
Tom, what are the Dolphins gonna do? Tom, what are the Dolphins gonna do? Tom, what are the Dolphins gonna do? Dolphins.
Yes,
Yeah, we about to get spicy for this virtual day.
The Dolphins, they're going to get
Spicy
an
like
elite
them
wide
vagina
receiver.
Hey, the camera is staying up
If
here.
only
This
he
is
can
not the
pull
second
that
day.
They traded their starting left guard, so they're going to draft another
Calculators that
interior
can help you color, and a store
Why
that
is
rings
that
your
Dolphins?
doorbell
Okay.
anytime you need it. This
and
is
they
doing
have a lot
like
of
never
options. They have a lot
before.
of
This
draft
is
picks.
today's Home Depot. How
Dolphins had a
deals
good
get more
defense last
done.
year. Had a
If you have
fantasy.
a fan, you know that you have a fantasy. They were scoring more than your quarterback.
You know, fight like the Dolphins, and they lost almost nobody on their defense.
So let's get out there.
Shut up!
and get
Shut your
those
mouth!
footlongs.
Now at Subway,
Like
buy
all
one
the,
footlong in the app and get 150%
I like
off.
Dolphins
Subway,
are like my
get fresh.
#1 defense
Have no
next year.
fear.
Either
Good Morning
them
Football has you covered.
or 49.
Storylines, headlines. Come
Whoa,
on, y'all.
what do you think of a 17-game season?
Every morning.
What?
Good morning. Boom.
17-game season.
Good morning football. Only on NFL Network.
I don't understand why they don't do that. You literally give a bye week to every other team. You have every team have 2 bye weeks. You know, but that's like a whole week more of revenue. That's like literally like $100 million in 1 week.
It's like referees starting extending the playoffs when they can ban calls with my teams because they want to extend the playoffs to make more money. And that's a fact.
It's like you can fake, like you, instead of sitting there making 18 games, just make the season longer. Give the players more time off.
Tom, 17? Tom, watch 17 games and get rid of 1 preseason game.
Oh, Keith Leon, they're barely got sexy fire. That's the song that was playing. Right? Did they do that?
That's their fans. I don't know if they have another one, but from there.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's
So
on
which one
fire.
is louder? Like I can turn this one up or we can do that one. Like this one's doing a live stream and that's what Eli's depending on, so.
Yes, I'm depending on Garrett all night long.
That's what she said. Ah, that's what he said.
Hey,
That is what I said.
who the fuck said that?
Sam, what are you eating?
What?
Gummy bears.
All right, we're back.
Oh, okay. I'm eating chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
Yeah, dude, that's
I wish I was
dude, I wish we were at a Buffalo Wild Wings right now.
I was thinking
Me too.
maybe it's
There you go, Sam.
Hey, Matt, what flavor?
I'm eating dry rub right now.
Dry rub.
Those are the worst type of handies. The dry rub? Oh, man.
That's the way.
Dry rub.
And here's the commissioner of
I have
the
Parmesan
National
garlic,
Football League
Asian
with a
zing, and
trio
desert heat.
of Cleveland Browns legends, including
Asian thing's alright. I've had that.
for the Browns.
Have you had the new,
It's crazy. He's so
Oh,
skinny.
he's got the same.
Have you guys had the new
chair,
soft
that's,
lemon pepper one?
We're about to
No,
roll
Taylor.
into the
That's,
draft
the
to start
old
here in
brown,
Cleveland.
There you go.
Here's
Asian
Roger
zing.
Joe
Goodell.
Thomas.
Look at good
Yeah,
now.
There you go. Come on. Welcome to the
So
Is that
Eli,
Jarvis Landry?
Tom said, do you want to go to Nashville for the Jack
Oh,
Riddle
look who's
Distillery?
there. That's Tom
Yeah,
Boyd.
he brought me back the bottle, that special edition bottle.
He said you actually want to go to the distillery and go on the tour.
Yes, I would definitely want to do that.
As you can see,
I'll probably
I
rob
have
the
a few
place.
friends here
Yeah,
with me.
Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Let me introduce
Yes.
them, even though they don't need to be
I'm
introduced
down.
to Brownie fans.
Where's Chuba Hubbard gonna go?
Jarvis Landry.
I know, obviously. It's Joe Thomas. I don't know who the guy in the middle is.
Bernie Kosar.
Oh, shit. That's Bernie Kosar?
How many more years is Roger Goodell going to be commissioner?
Big Joe Thomas.
Like, dude, the NFL doesn't want change. He's going to retire.
20 years.
We all agree that over the past season, one thing that we miss the most was all our fans, all of you. And we can't wait. Bernie.
Tom, what are the Browns going to do?
Either linebacker or safety.
And we can't wait to have all of you back in First Energy Stadium and every stadium across the lake this season.
I've been hearing he can rush the quarterback. I love you're always my strong safety.
So tonight,
I've been
to
hearing a
celebrate
lot
our
of
fans,
Christian Barmore.
we're going to
To the
have
Browns.
an NFL
Tom,
fan
where's the
come
other
out
guy go to
here
school, Tom?
that's vaccinated, come up
The
to
guy
this
that plays the
stage
high ball
for
position,
each
if
draft
you want to
pick tonight
Cleveland, where's he go to
and
school?
sit in that chair, which is a chair I did
The first guy you said for the Browns.
in 2020.
Notre Dame.
So I'm going to let Jarvis and Bernie pick the Jaguar fan who comes up first. Guys, go for it.
I don't know what the hell
I
they're
think
doing.
at my grandfather's chair.
Hell, like that Roger Goodell chair from last year.
They put the coronavirus on.
Thank you.
Oh,
We got a winner.
winner.
We got a winner. Hang on 1 second.
If Science goes up,
Oh, that's the Nika.
Give his
Yeah,
little
'cause he's
pregame
still
speech
trying to
and
get
we'll
the
kick
ball.
off before we start tonight. It's a big
Jim
Jim.
Rome show all the time. No.
What's up, Cleveland? How about them Brownies, huh? Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go.
Look at Joe Thomas.
Here we go. How about this night, Cleveland? Let's get this draft started.
Tom, are the Browns going to make the playoffs again?
Yes, they're good.
Oh, dude, the Browns are so good.
Commissioner's chair.
Dude, that's Danica.
Let's get that party started.
He's on Jim Rome. I'll show you clips later.
Settled in. Look at that.
Okay, Cleveland, time to get this rolling. You ready? Okay. The 2021 NFL
Man, I'm ready.
draft is now officially open.
Are they bringing a fan up for every team?
I wasn't informed.
The
That would be
Jacksonville
awesome. That's
Jaguars
actually
now on the
really
clock.
good.
There we go. Words we've
Oh,
been
we're doing this.
hoping we could hear in person. Look at this draft hall
I
filled
think so.
with vaccinated people. We're off and running here in Cleveland.
Here we go. Hey, who's ready? Who's this pick going to be? I don't know.
The first pick in the NFL draft, the Jaguars take Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
That'd be funny.
Let's not get ourselves.
That'd be so good.
Because Trevor Lawrence donated all his money gifts to charity down in Jacksonville. They don't even take him. That'd be funny.
America's game.
Guaranteed pound that Everclear.
It's a beautiful stadium. I love their colors. They have fun colors.
Where different backgrounds and beliefs converge.
Where is it?
Jacksonville.
They're in Jacksonville.
San Jose Sharks.
And a city defined by resilience and fueled by what's possible.
Dude, ESPN loves these fucking ugly animations. Hey, down the pool! It's a lot of fun. It's funny, like, dude, like, it's funny they're like, hey, Madden,
Those who will define the future
oh, yeah.
take the biggest step of their lives.
Okay, we got 13 people watching. We can watch this. Yeah, I guess so.
And this is the place where their hopes
Oh,
become
dude, we're calling the
reality.
Sunshine. You know that's right? Remember Sunshine?
This is the
Nah,
2021
hey, don't disrespect
NFL
Sunshine like that, bro.
Hey, Sunshine was my boy.
Eli likes Clemson?
So, no,
Baby, Jim Brown and you too. We got goats all over the place here. The draft hall
Wait,
built
who
on the
played
lake.
for South Carolina?
Browns fans
Sunshine.
are here as our
Oh,
host
no, he
fans.
didn't.
Everybody
No way.
is
Did
in
he
this
actually
draft hall.
transfer?
Double vax.
Oh, crap. I got to
Roll
watch that movie.
in person.
He was a Gamecock.
for the 2021 NFL Draft.
I
The
remember him.
Jacksonville
I forget
Jaguars
his
are on the
actual
clock.
name,
That's
but
Urban
he
Meyer,
was
their new
called
head
Driven
coach
with Sylvester
in
Stallone.
their draft room. And
the real quarterback
checking
from
out
Remember
the
the
fam
Titans,
cam
that's
presented
like
by
who was
Lowe's
based on. Yeah,
inside the house
Oh,
of Trevor
I did not know
Lawrence,
that.
where he is hanging out with all of his family and friends,
And
getting
obviously
set
didn't
for
do
that
shit.
phone call
So
from the
Garrett,
Jacksonville
is there Trevor
Jaguars to
Lawrence
make him the first
in
overall
the top
pick
4 rated quarterbacks
in
since
this
1980 with John
NFL
Elway,
draft? We
Peyton
are
Manning,
live
and
on
Andrew Luck.
NFL
Andrew
Network.
Luck.
Rich Eisen along with David Shaw of Sanford, Charles Davis, and
he's
Move
that
the Sticks,
good.
Daniel
Did they
Jeremiah at
actually
the
have
end
to
of the set.
announce
The
it right now?
Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock, so that means we'll take a break,
He's
and we'll
doing-
be right back. No, wait a minute. I'm told we're not doing that this year.
I mean, everyone's getting picked.
Jaguars
Like,
fans,
he was
we're
like
not
Warden
doing
before he came
this.
to college.
Trevor
We're
Lawrence
on
from
the
like
clock,
2014.
all 10 glorious
As
minutes
of right
if
now, yes.
Jacksonville wants to take it. I had to do that. It's low-hanging fruit. What do you have over there, Daniel Jeremiah, on the terrific Trevor Lawrence?
Well, not all first overall picks are the same. This is a year, if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you are very thankful you were picking number 1 because guys like Trevor Lawrence, they simply don't come around very often. It's the highest grade I put on a quarterback going back to Andrew Luck. So he'd be the number 2
You
in
look
terms
very
of
comfortable
that
now.
type of
I feel
player
much better
that you
with
can
how
expect.
you're
Andrew
laid out
Luck
right
walked
now.
right in as coach knows for the Indianapolis Colts, and they took off. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are positioned
Are
with
you
somebody
ready
like
for this?
Trevor Lawrence and his ability, the arm strength, the touch, the accuracy, the playmaking ability, and just the fact he's a winner, CD. I think the Jacksonville Jacks can get up and running pretty quick.
And to be the number 1 pick isn't just about your athletic ability and the fact that you can throw the
married
football
too,
really
they're
well.
married.
It's being able to handle the mantle of being the number 1 pick in the face of the franchise. This young man has handled that. His time at Clemson, a lot of moments came to him socially, politically, and he led his football team and was out in front and handled all that quite well in addition. So I see this guy being a slam dunk number 1 pick, and they can't wait to get him to Duval and let everything start.
That's right. I'm with you there, Charles. This guy, every game he's ever played, and even his freshman year, he was the best player on the field. He knows no other feeling. This is the way that he grows. This is the way that he is, much like Andrew Luck. You just see him taking this next step and not missing a beat. Andrew took a 4-12 team to the playoffs. Don't be surprised if this guy does something similar, because this is just who he is. He is smooth and natural. The wild plays are common. You don't rewind the film like you do with some of these other guys and say, wow, look at that, because the next play is a wild play, and the next play is a wild play. This is just the way this guy plays.
And now 5 minutes to go on the clock. They're milking it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
at
like,
that time,
my
we
name is
now
Anthony
send things
Wilson,
over
not
to
Tony
Joel
Anthony.
Klatten, our Hall of Famer Kurt Warner, and
Oh, yeah.
Kurt Warner delivered by
Oh, yeah,
Pizza Hut.
lost connection for a minute.
Thanks, guys. And I know, Joel, you never
Yeah.
got a chance to cover
Why are the
James
Jets
in
taking
person,
the
but I know that you've studied him. Tell me what you see when you watch the tape.
Well, first
Dude,
of all,
what the
it's all
fuck is
things
taking
that
the ball
the guys
from
just
Jake?
said, right?
What it
And
is?
I would just also highlight his competitive nature, because there was really only 2 games where Clemson really got it handed to him, and it was in the national championship game against LSU and the semifinal last year against Ohio State. And I've had several people in the
Dwayne
NFL
Haskins
tell me
is awful.
one of the most important, or excuse me, impressive things that they saw Trevor Lawrence do was compete till the end in those games. It wasn't just the splash plays and all the great things that he did. It was that when his back was on the ground, when his team's back was on the ground, he kept fighting right until the end. And that's the type of human spirit that I think Urban Meyer wants and really is attracted to, and why he's going to be the quarterback there at Jacksonville.
And when you look at the top 5 guys, you look at the bottom 4 and you say, well, there's some questions.
But the first pick in the draft,
the flavor that you like, you can say, I could go this guy 2, 3, and 4. There's no questions on who is number 1. DJ talked about it.
Exactly.
That's great. Says Andrew Luck. He's the most complete. He's got the biggest resume. He can do so many different things. He can play with his mind. He can play with his feet. He can play with that special arm. He's got the ability to make those big second-level throws. So there's so much to like about Trevor Lawrence. I guess I get to do an XO. We're in Warner's Corner. We're going to do an XO for you guys. And I'll show you what I like is that we talk about processing, be able to read
were you guys
something
watching
balls
ESPN
out
or
of his
NFL
hands
Network?
before
I
his
got
receiver
NFL
even
Network
turns
is on
around.
the computer,
Love
ESPN
the
is on TV.
anticipation.
Oh,
The
okay.
ability to read on the back end, see things after
Angel,
the play
don't
action.
realize
I'm gonna
whatever.
check out this safety here.
Oh, shit, we got
Safety
18
gets a
people
little bit
watching.
nosy. And I got the arm and I've got the talent.
I don't know who the fuck is watching us.
Over the top to make
Fuck
the
you.
big play. The athleticism within the pocket. Woo.
Me plus
Athletic,
17
bounce
other
back
people.
inside, make a throw. Look at this one.
I should
Find ways to
put it on
create
fucking
plays.
RTP crew.
When
Like,
something's
hey,
not
watch
there,
my live
you
stream.
love that. That is what the NFL is
10
becoming
minutes for the first pick is
at the
bullshit.
quarterback
If you
position,
don't
and a
know,
great
that
throw
is
on the
your
run
fault.
right there. The one question I have, there were times you would see him rush things a little bit.
Get
things a little bit fresher on him. That's the thing he's got to clean up at the next level. You see it right here, just kind of deciding beforehand instead of just settling in and playing. But there is such a complete package here with Trevor Lawrence. I am excited to see what he can become because, as everybody keeps saying, Rich, he's one of the most sure prospects at the quarterback position coming out of college that we've seen in a long time.
And remarkably, with 2 and change to go here, the Jacksonville Jaguars, don't forget, they were 1-0 in the 2020 season. They won their opening game and then lost all 15 after that to earn the right to choose in less than 2 minutes Trevor Lawrence.
Now, I know that hit a little home there, Rich, with the Jets being in position, and then all of a sudden the Jags, I was told their season ticket sales went up. Once that happened, the Jets won the football game. Looked like this guy, Trevor Lawrence, could be coming their way. One other thing I want to add on Trevor, as great as he is and as excited as we are about him,
this is amazing.
I saw improvement in his game each and every year at Clemson. He's still getting better.
Yeah, I know. I used to drink that shit back in the day.
Potential. So, as good as he is, guys.
I know, dude. Now I feel like
the Jets are now on the clock with 9.5 minutes to go.
No more.
I'll tell you what I got. Pick is in. The pick is in.
Took Byron Leftwich 7th.
It's Byron Leftwich.
Blaine Gabbert, 2011, on the top. Many people's draft boards was 10. The Niners got him in 2014, so Blake Bortles arrived overall in 2014 ahead of Teddy Bridgewater, Derek Carr.
Hey, what's up with that fireball? Take a shot.
Rumored to be on the move potentially over the next 48 to 72
Wait, is it actually fireball or is that something else?
So there is a celebration going on in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Angel, can you take a shot at
draft room? You can see.
I don't have Jacksonville. Oh, yeah, I have that.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah. I love the red solo cups. He's got to sit down.
Coach that so many people here in Cleveland, Ohio love and know so well from his years at The Ohio State, deciding to kick the tires on being an NFL head coach and twist his arm when you say that Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback that you can get. We're waiting to hear that draft choice in a matter of seconds right here in Cleveland, Ohio.
What an exciting time for Trevor Lawrence. All that pressure that's been on him his whole life, he's delivered. Big moment for him coming up.
So
I think
here
Fireball
is
is
the
time
inevitable.
again.
The commissioner of the National Football League about to walk past a fan who is sitting in the chair that he conducted the draft from in the virtual draft last year. Bringing her to the podium.
Give me $5.
He's about to make the first in-person draft.
With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft,
You just can't go in there.
the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence.
Oh crap! I had no idea. You wasted 10 minutes of my life, dude. You're just torturing me. You're torturing me.
Family, friends.
Yeah, Garrett, you know what's mad? You're torturing
No.
yourself.
For Trevor Lawrence, the new Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, it's a new era of Jacksonville Jaguars football. This is a prototype player, can make every throw, and as good as he is on the field, he's even better off the field with all of his intangibles. Get a chance to see what he does here. How about let's start with accuracy. Look at how small this window is and where he fits this football. That's like putting a football in a mailbox. That's the accuracy you see from Trevor Lawrence. How about the vision? Quickly being able to see the middle of the field vacated, replace it with a dime down the field for a home run ball to Amari Rodgers. Down here in the red area, under pressure, got a little bit of a whip block by your right tackle. Hang in there and deliver a strike as a freshman in the national championship game. Can you get away from pressure? You see this at the next level, no problem. Climb up to the left and deliver a strike across your body, working against the North Carolina Tar Heels. And this was the big one. This changed the game. Watch the sideline after this run. This changed the momentum in this game. Running away from the Ohio State defense, you saw the momentum swing towards Clemson at that moment. This kid has been on the big stage his whole life, and this is not going to be too big for him.
There's no question about it. I think you hit that last one is big for me. He's not just athletic. This guy's fast. This guy can run. This guy can outrun people. And when you play, I don't want to mess up. I can't turn this guy is tough. And when you want to win over a football team, you win over the offensive line first, and he's going to win those guys over day one. He is tough. He will stand in there. He will take a hit. He will pop up. We've seen this guy come off the bench and come out of the locker room after getting checked out.
I won't like me turning it down here.
That's something the big guys love to see that.
Like Eli can still hear, right?
Game when we talk about these guys, and
I can
your
hear
guy,
Daddy.
Coach Andrew,
I can't hear
is one
him,
of the
though.
guys he's compared to, and rightly so. One of the comparisons I use with him is another guy who wore 16. That's Joe Montana. Not necessarily in stature, but in how they go about their business and how cold-blooded they are on the field. You talk about that competitiveness that Joel Klatt brought up. When I talked with someone from his camp, they did mention Joe Montana was a model for him.
So the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, and that now leads us to focus on the second overall pick. The New York Jets with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
I wouldn't
their
at all.
announcement. So, taking a look at the New York Jets from 2012 through 2018, you can see how Joe Douglas became the general manager because some of these choices.
I like Zach Wilson, but I don't want him to
say the least. Not
Oh,
on the team.
Unless he
this
falls to the
year
49ers.
for the 23rd overall pick of
Yeah,
this
unless
year's
he falls to
draft.
the 49ers.
And then
You don't want
the
Mac-
New York
'cause you don't want
Jets
Mac
traded
Jones.
away Sam Darnold to make
Fuck
the choice
you.
that you can
No
see
Mac
on their
Jones.
draft room camera in Florham Park, New Jersey. They are all celebrating together. And again, the assumption is BYU quarterback Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's where this is going to be, is Zach Wilson from BYU. And Rich, it's a new era. You've got Robert Saleh as your new head coach. Mike LaFleur comes over as the offensive coordinator. They're going to install that Shanahan
It's so
scheme.
hard to believe that
This to me is a
away.
perfect marriage between scheme and
That's
player.
why they
Zach
played for
Wilson
15 years,
going to come in. He's going to have some protection there on the left side with Big Mackay Becton. There's 21 picks for the Jets over these next two drafts. I anticipate you're going to see Joe Douglas, who is an offensive lineman, going to continue to invest in that offensive line. So Zach Wilson's going to be afforded the chance to be successful. Something Sam Darnold didn't really have.
Anybody who goes to Jets is going to be a bust.
Like, dude, the Jets are my third favorite team because
every time we've had a conversation on camera,
Salah.
I'm with you right away. He's got a chance to
I
come
can
and be
always pick him
successful.
in
He's got
batting.
live legs. He brings
So I
that
can
juice. That he's
destroy
going
the
to
whole
build the
team
stadium,
and put
obviously,
all of
but he's
us
going to be
in
that guy that can make those plays on game day.
So who's your first
What do
team?
you think?
49ers? Who's your second team?
I absolutely love
The
it. One
49ers
of the
are my
things
fourth
I
team.
talked about earlier was
Fourth?
this is
Yep.
the second straight
The
year
Browns
we've
are
had
my
a
first
quarterback that the
I'm
year
a Browns
before,
fan.
a lot of
Baker
people had
Mayfield all the way.
grades on. And they get improved
doesn't-
in that
he likes
offseason.
Mike
They got healthy.
Yes.
They ascended to the top.
I like
role. That's
white,
Joe Burrow now in
mobile,
Cincinnati.
not
That's
running
the same thing
quarterback.
with Zach Wilson, who battled
So he
through
likes
injuries.
white meat.
In 2 years, the guy had 11 touchdown passes and 9
Don't tell the
interceptions.
government that.
Last year, there's 33 touchdowns.
Next year, I'm
3
drafting
interceptions.
Josh Allen in the
Improvement
fourth
was there.
round.
He seized the opportunity, turned himself into this guy, and boy, is he exciting. And the last thing, he makes plays for
Garrett
Garrett.
likes-
It's not just the
Garrett
old throws. He can stand in the
Garrett likes
pocket.
sexy
and
white
feel
boys.
worked out with
Let's
it.
send things out to Warner's Corner, delivered by Pizza Hut. Kurt, Joel, you have the floor.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And I believe
Look
part
at- he
of
look-
it is
look
because
at
the
him. He looks like
imagination,
freaking-
when you watch Patrick Mahomes and the way that he
Exactly.
throws the football, and what he's
Yeah,
done
they
at the
have the
National
same
Football
thing.
League level, it kind of runs
He's the
away
new
with you a little
Zach.
bit.
He's
When I
gonna be
watch
a
Zach
Zach. He's
Wilson
the
in
Zach on the block.
college, I'm thinking to myself, oh, I see a little Patrick Mahomes there. Now, I hate to put that on a young kid, but that's where the excitement
Because, like,
comes
dude,
from,
that's
is
the thing,
that
is, like,
he's got such
They
ability
have
to create
different
kinds of
freaking-
throws. And if he can add a little of that mentality that Patrick Mahomes has to the next level,
They all
Rich
do this-
and those
that
Jets
sort of-
fans
they
are
all
going to be
do the
happy.
same
I think that they're going to be very
Zach Wilson-
excited, and he's also a winner. He's a great leader. That's what everyone at BYU would talk about when they talk about Zach Wilson. What I love about him is that he plays the game kind of like a shortstop and not a pitcher.
Matt
And
LaFleur,
that
the
your
Packers
delivery is never
coach,
repeated
Mike
in
LaFleur
football,
is
right?
their
Because the
offensive
pocket
coordinator
always
for
closes
Jets.
in you. You got to move. You got to do different things.
Yeah.
You got to change angles. So
Along
he plays
with
more
Robert
like a
Salah.
shortstop,
Walk
and he
by
still
Dick.
maintains his velocity and his accuracy, regardless of what's going
Who's
on
the
with
Jets
that
head coach?
foundation. That's what I love about him, and that's what creates so many
Robert
big plays
Salah is
when
the
he's
Jets
outside
head
of the
coach.
pocket and when he's got
He's gonna
receivers
get
down the
former
field.
49er,
That quarterback
defensive
athleticism.
coordinator,
It's not how fast you run the 40 or
all-star,
how
my
big and
love.
strong you are, but the ability
He's gonna
to
get
make
fired in 2
different
years.
plays
Fuck
in
you.
the pocket. Let me throw it to our athletic host. Back to you, Rich.
Thank you for saying that, Kurt.
Yes.
Greatly appreciate it, because the pick is in. The Niners are on the clock, which means that drama we will soon turn our attention to.
Hey.
But the New
Everyone
York Jets
watching
had
live
a
right
very
now.
difficult year.
Turn it
just
off
2
after
wins.
Jets speak
The
because you will
last
not be
time
entertained. I
a
don't want
team
to
drafted a quarterback in the top 3 picks of
No,
the
I don't
NFL
want to. No.
just 3 years. and
It's not gonna be worth it.
This is
Oh,
going to
we
be the
got
first
more
time
than
we've
31
seen
people
such a
watching.
thing. The only thing that comes close was when the Bengals chose Carson Palmer and Achilles Smith 5 years.
Yeah.
And right there.
Tom's gonna
So
get
this has
wasted
been
by
YouTube, we are not live advertising.
before, and then we may see
MD is
something
not
for the
paying
first time
us
since 1999
yet.
when Achilles Smith was taken, which is 3 quarterbacks in a row.
How many have you had
And
already?
that's when
Well,
the drama
one of
begins
this,
with the
but
Niners.
whatever I
But first,
have,
we find
I
out
don't know.
if it is in fact Zach Wilson, who is the new.
All right, I just want to point out that it's actually a very good idea, very good NFL to have a fan like just come and sit in the gross Roger Goodell chair.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting, but a good idea.
That is so
It's pretty good.
2021 NFL Draft.
But Tom, if it was
The
you,
New York
is it
Jets
disgusting?
select
Oh, I would be
Zach
licking
Wilson,
my
quarterback, BYU.
They just gotta zoom in on him, though.
As you can see, Zach Wilson.
Right, there we go. All right. Oh, wait.
Of
Oh,
his
shit.
already elite quarterback hair.
Uh-oh.
He
Zach
puts
Wilson,
a
baby.
New York Jets tip-top cap on his lid.
It is. It's time. It's the first pick.
Is this young man the savior
Zach,
that the Jets
go,
organization and their
Zach,
fans have been
go, Zach,
searching
Matthew
for?
Jones.
Broadway
go.
Joe Namath. We've heard about Broadway Joe and then Broadway.
All right, for all 33 of you watching, but I'm pretty sure 10 of you are watching live. This is a shot of Everclear. If Mac Jones gets selected by the
Have a
49ers,
meltdown.
I'm taking this shot,
Daniel,
and
take
then
the
I'm
first.
going
Zach
to.
Smith Avenue.
Have a
Brandon
meltdown.
Yeah,
look, this is a
mentally
player
die.
that brings a lot of
You can have a
energy,
meltdown.
some
Hey,
confidence.
I will have a
borderline
meltdown.
cockiness,
It will be a
which is what the
physical and
Jets
mental
actually love
breakdown.
about him in terms of what he
I'm
brings.
gonna go-
New York
Getting
is
him
going
a
to
Mac
fall
Jones.
in
Tommy,
love
you
with
might
this
want
kid.
to move.
He has a unique ability. Joel's
Garrett,
playing a
we do not-
shortstop. He's
Garrett, we do
special
not
off
want to record
platform.
your death
He's
on
very
live.
loose, natural throw,
Hey,
all those arm
but
angles.
that's where the
He was
ratings
hurt
come
in
from.
2019 coming off
This
of
is
a
not a
shoulder.
snuff
That
film.
explains why the numbers were what they were. He was healthy in 2020 and turned off. This is some of the most fun quarterback tape
Wait,
you
how
will
are you
ever
at
watch
640?
on a
What
play.
happened?
Here he is
He
working
just
on
got
his Boise
drafted
State
two,
back to the
like 2
defense on
seconds
play
ago.
action. There are missiles like
Yes,
this.
yes, I do. They
Five
need
of them
it
in
another
every single
day.
game you study. Look at the trajectory on that ball. It is flat. It is firm. How about the vision? They're going to squeeze the middle of the bracket. He's going to work inside out.
No!
Just
No!
give you the touch ball right here. Drop it right in the bucket. Perfect placement. This is the fun stuff. Going right, throwing left. Throw across your body like this. And A, be accurate, but B, with face. That much velocity on the football. Here's the creativity. Pat Mahomes style. Drop the arm down. Create your own window. On the move in the bowl game. Both feet up in the air. Heck of a
This is the
catch by
longest 6 minutes of
BYU.
my
But
life.
again, so freeze it. Let's allow Rich just to enjoy this for a second. Let him take this all in.
Thank you, Daniel.
Because this is going to be
What do you
exciting
think
for
of
the
this?
Jets
He's
to
gonna
throw
draft
over the
the
pro day
back and
season.
then out his
This
son.
thing got
Where
so
is
much
he?
attention. Every
Garrett.
quarterback pro day
Garrett,
after
help
this,
him.
they end up trying to make the same throw.
No.
You're right about that.
There's
This is
stomach
my
knot.
NFL player comparison presented by Jeep.
Yeah,
And
Garrett.
for me,
how-
it's two
how-
guys
yeah.
for him.
Garrett, 1 to 10.
Number
Scale
one,
1 to
Joe
10.
Burrow. I keep talking
Wait, what?
about
What?
that
What,
because
Eli?
not just their
How
ascension
nervous are
to
you
the
on a
number
scale
one
of 1 to
role.
10?
Wait, yeah. All right, whatever number is
Every
higher.
action plays.
Higher. Whatever you're thinking, higher.
There's movement. He finds people
10?
downfield for big plays. We saw
Oh,
that with Burrow.
higher than that.
We're
Like,
seeing it
I'm-
now. And
like,
of
I
course,
should put my
Russell
jig
Wilson.
down
I
because
did mention
I
at
don't
some
wanna drop
point these guys got to make plays from the pocket. It's not that
don't
everything
know.
they do is all platform, short stop throws. They make the big throws from the pocket, find their guys downfield, put it on their receivers. And allow
Dude,
them
they're
to
all
run
from
it.
Utah. Look at
Should
them.
we all talk about
Like, you can tell they all look like they're from Utah.
This is the best film to watch.
Very accurate.
Look at all this
It's
fun.
exciting, the most different types of plays.
Hey, Tom,
It was exciting to
and,
watch
and
this young man
Garrett,
play.
Garrett, would you be mad at the,
Jets fans
at
are
the
excited
49ers
about
drafted
another
a
highly
kicker?
drafted quarterback again. Could
less
this
mad
finally be
than Mac.
the one?
Like, literally,
Melissa Stark
is
is
for the
on
49ers,
stage,
is
and
hashtag
she will be
anyone but
interviewing
Mac
prospects
Jones.
for us as
Like,
the
they could draft a
49ers
long snapper, and I'll be
are
happier than
4
that
minutes
if
and
they
change
draft
left
a long
on the
snapper.
clock for them.
No, you would not.
A big moment for
That-
Jets
wait,
fans.
you see
Melissa
that kid
Stark,
right
take
there?
it away.
That kid right there,
Yes,
like,
you
Mac-
included Rich Eisen, and Zach Wilson, of course, has known for some
Hey,
time
wait,
that
wait,
you were going
I
to
know
be
all
a New
this,
York
but-
Jet, but this is your first opportunity to send a message to the fans. What do you want to
Oh,
You know what? I'm going to give it everything I have. You know, I worked as hard as I could for this moment, and there's not another team I want to play for besides the Jets. So I'm going to give it everything I have, and we're going to be a special team, baby. We're going for the Super Bowl.
They do.
Oh, they'd love to hear that. All right, you're a Utah boy, born there, raised there.
Tom, my godfather said, receivers want to go to die, you go to the
Yeah,
Bears.
just like every new situation that comes up in my life, I get everything I have. I'm going to find a new brotherhood and be able to connect with those guys and get everything I have with them.
Congratulations.
I'm excited. Thank you so much.
He had me at you-know-what. As soon as he said, you know what, he had me. Right there. 7th time the Jets have taken a quarterback in the first round since
don't show me this.
1965.
You're making my anxiety
Richard
higher.
Todd, Ken O'Brien.
It's like, oh, I traded the future and the future and the future.
Zach Wilson. And it was on Zach Wilson's pro day on March 26th that the San Francisco 49ers shocked everybody and shook up the draft by trading their first rounder this year, next year, the year after that, the third rounder next year. The right to choose this
receiver, you go to the Bears and you die.
Ian Rappaport, rap sheet, it has been the question of the draft since that day. Who are the 49ers going to take?
Which, when the 49ers made that trade, the initial thought was that it was going to be Mac Jones. That's when the buzz really began to build. Then the 49ers took a deep dive into the quarterbacks. It was Trey Lance, it was Justin Fields, it was Mac Jones. It's fascinating for me as the 49ers narrowed their choices to Trey Lance and Mac Jones. They continue to get film on Lance doing things that the 49ers do in their offense. I am told he really, really grew on them, and Trey Lance is firmly in the picture for the 49ers, of course, along with Jones.
And of course, this informs the rest of the top 10 of this draft. So this is a huge pick. I can't believe we're going to finally get the answer to something I've been asking on my show every single day and every other person that I come across for 5 straight weeks. Daniel, what do you think is going to happen here?
I can't wait to find out, Rich. I was on the air, as you mentioned, that Zach Wilson pro day. This trade goes down. It was on the heels of the North Dakota State pro day. And my gut was saying, oh, this has got to be for Trey Lance. They can take this offense in new places with Kyle Shanahan. He gets a young, mobile quarterback that he can really groom. And then all
oh my God! Oh my God!
Mac Jones from Alabama because of his accuracy, the decision making, how quickly he processes.
He was like, oh my God, both of you!
My gut tells me Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance would take this offense in a new direction.
That's what fucking Eli does. Eli fucking managed to get all the fuck
pick is
down.
in. It's an actual real pick.
Booger is sweating more than I am.
All
right, YouTube audience.
In their draft room right now in
No.
Santa Clara, California. And then once the pick is made, we'll start learning about the process. Is the pick the person who they thought about acquiring the minute that they made the trade? I'm sure you'll probably hear it. It is, because they don't want to undercut their choice, but then we'll just learn all about it. Now the Falcons are on the clock, which is such a huge cross-section flashpoint for this franchise.
Can we just
with
fast
Matt
forward?
Ryan
Can we
and
just like
who
flip this moment?
is
Can
left
we
on
jump
the
5
board.
years in the future? Don't have to do it.
The Niners tell the NFL,
Fuck!
and then the NFL tells the Falcons. So
If
the
it's
pick
Mac
is
Jones,
in
it's
the
Shanahan's
ether.
fault.
We're about to get it. I'm on pins and needles, gents.
But by the way, this is the home run for the
It has to
quarterback
be,
that
like,
gets to
and
go
they-
to this
like,
situation.
Liz
Rarely
literally
do you
said
get
that.
this
It's like,
high and
this
go to a
is- he's
team
the coach.
this
He's
good.
the
This
dude.
team is
It's
loaded.
his
You've
fucking
got one of the
shit.
best tight ends. You've got receivers. You've got a great
He
offensive
know-
line led by
he
a premier
personally
left
knows
tackle.
how to
You've got a
fuck
great
me.
play caller. They've got a dominant defense. This is hitting the jackpot if you're a rookie to go to the 49ers.
Defense getting Nick Bosa.
Oh, my boy, Alex is like, Alex, this is a comment.
All right, so it is time for one of the greatest mysteries.
49ers are like 50 I will fucking win. I would hope so.
Resolved. Here is the quarterback of the future of the 49ers. And
I want none of this.
Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Stun Cobra.
With the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance.
One game to the this year. A young man from Seattle in Minnesota. Didn't get recruited by many Power 5 schools as a quarterback, and he decided to bet on himself and believe in himself. He is a quarterback. He North Dakota State agreed. He had 17 stellar starts for him, and now he strolls to an NFL draft for tears in his eyes. The quarterback of the future of the San Francisco 49ers. What a moment.
Hey,
Trey
I'm still taking a shot.
everybody, which
Look
means
here.
Justin Fields and Matt Jones are still on the board. We'll discuss that.
I swear to God,
But
swear
for
to
the
God,
moment,
if Carolina
let's
takes
take
Matt
this in.
Jones, I'm gonna
This is
fucking come
big.
over there.
I'm excited for Trey Lance. This is somebody, again, you mentioned it, Rich. He bet on himself. Think about a life change. When I talked to him, I asked him what he was doing.
Hey,
There
Derek.
was going to be a season.
Hey, Derek, are you happy
He was
now?
trying to work.
I don't
on
even know how to
He was
move right
spending
now.
some time
I'm so
babysitting
relieved.
a family.
I'm relieved.
So he
It's
could
like
make sure
it's like
to
taking a
live while
giant
he's staying in
shit and
Fargo.
feel amazing.
And now fast
Hey,
forward, he
Derek,
plays one
what
game
did
this
you
year.
do? The commissioner read the card wrong and it was
going
Matt
into
Jones.
an unbelievable situation with the 49ers. Great for him.
And I still say, don't underestimate.
Hey, Sam,
what
what if the commissioner read the card wrong and it said Mac Jones?
To that time you were sitting there,
Oh my
when the trade
God!
was made,
Derek, how did
they
you know
decided
that's
to go
not
to
Mac
all the pro days and ask Trey Lance to have a
Fucking
second pro
phenomenal,
day.
man.
Justin Fields to have a
Fucking
second pro day.
phenomenal.
They did their due diligence. They did the deep dive.
Oh.
They fell in love with the makeup of Trey
Holy
Lance.
They
and
small-
the mind.
they small school of Trey Lance.
That's why they made the decision to go with this guy who can do everything
Yeah.
more often.
And you see on the screen to me breaking it down. He's got poise. He makes great decisions. Doesn't turn
Derek,
the
is
ball
he
over.
was here running
Kyle
quarterback?
Shanahan gets to play 11
I don't give a
right now
fuck.
because you're going to have to account for the running ability
He
of the
could be-
quarterback.
he could
I
be
was
a
around
running
Steve McNair
non-quarterback.
with
I don't
the
care.
Baltimore Ravens. I saw a lot of
Yeah.
Steve McNair.
As long as he doesn't fucking fall on his
head.
a chance to visit.
Is he going to start over Jimmy?
I do. He's taking a
Jimmy's
photo.
gone.
A couple
Jimmy is
photos
done.
with his new jersey, and we've been guessing on this one for weeks now.
Wait.
It's official.
Hey.
Trey,
So,
when
who's
did
gonna
you
buy
find
me a
out?
jersey?
And what is this?
I need a fucking
just
Trey
found
Lance
out
jersey
2
now.
minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
What number is he going to wear?
Thankful for everyone that made it to this
73
point.
people.
There is a long line of
Hey,
Francisco.
hey, who wants to buy
Joe
me
Montana,
a Trevor, a
Steve
Trey
Young.
Lance
Where
jersey?
will Trey Lance
Woo!
fit
Hey,
in that line?
shots!
I'm just super
Shots!
excited to get to work.
Woo!
Super excited to get to know my teammates and get in that locker room.
And what can the 49er fans expect? What do they get?
And let me get everything I got. I promise you that.
All right, congratulations.
Woo!
DJ?
Well, let's, you can see
I am so
49ers
happy.
fell in love with this kid. You
Hey,
watch the tape.
who
There's
wants to
some
go to
serious
49er
horsepower
game
when
with
you look
me?
at the
Let's
arm strength that
go.
Trey Lance possesses big time.
Tom said he was going to Nashville. 49ers in Nashville.
Let's fucking go! I will tear the fuck out of Nashville up. Let's go.
Back to the defense.
Derek
on the
has
move.
one question for the
Again, the
women in
velocity
Nashville.
that he can generate. Back foot to the ground play
women in
action. Boom. Put it right on him. Nowhere to go with the football. This
I
is the
said that
differentiator
before.
that Kyle
I am
Shanahan's
happy
gonna have
to
fun
take it
with.
now.
When he takes off, it's not for first downs, it's for touchdowns. This kid would have ran the low
I said that last. I
at his
said
pro
that
day. And mix
in
in some of his
January
touch
of
to shoot
last
the
year
third
when it was appropriate.
Not only is he going to
Yes.
get those extra yards, he's going to run right through you. And then he's going to end up with some long touchdown runs. Trey Lance did not lose a football game at North
Holy crap.
Dakota State.
That-
Trey Lance
that
has not
Everclear
lost a
shot
football game
never
since
felt
he was
so
in high school
good.
in 2017
I'm just saying,
against South St. Paul High School.
So
So this
far,
kid
this
is
guy.
a winner, absolutely. And
Yes.
Kyle
Yes,
Shanahan.
it is. Yes, the fuck that. Perfect.
Yes.
That Super Bowl where Patrick Mahomes was kept scrambling around and scrambling around and scrambling around.
got
He
the
found
fourth
Tyreek
pick?
Hill. It cost Kyle Shanahan a ring. I think he's been trying to find his version
Oh,
of that
you
ever
should be
since.
Well, I'll
happy.
tell you
Like
what,
the only
looking
guy
at
who's
that
happier
tape,
than you
2 times
is
versus
me.
Matthew Stafford a year, 2
Fuck,
times against
yeah.
Russell Wilson a year, 2 times against Kyler Murray a year.
Oh, I can't wait till Carolina. Let's go, Carolina, Mac
Still
Jones.
Jimmy G
Oh, he's not even
and
here.
his future to
Oh,
resolve
I'm sorry.
and talk about, but that's
Tom,
for
who
another
is the
moment. For the
fourth
moment,
pick?
let's send things to Kirk and Joel and Warner's Corner delivered.
Kyle Pitts?
Hey, you know, Joe, I would not have been surprised
Hey,
if this was
that
Matt
draft
Jones.
has
Because
ugly,
you look at that
but
and you go,
man,
perfect
under it
fit,
is
great
fucking
play
beautiful.
caller, play action, gets the ball out on time. But I have to believe they made that move, and then there's been some time in
Fucking
between. And you start to realize, hey, we gave up
What's
a whole
happening
bunch
so
to get
bad?
here. And we've got this guy
You
that
don't
has
like
the
that, Hal?
possibility to be transcendent, as DJ was just talking about. Run, pass. He's got the smarts to put it all together. I believe that ultimately is what sold the 49ers.
1971.
Something that DJ just said there, and it just kind of like hit me like a ton of bricks. Yes, Kyle Shanahan saw Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl, but Kyle Shanahan has also worked with so many different quarterbacks over his career. Even if you go back to his dad's career, you know, Mike Shanahan had so many different styles of quarterback. And now
Look at
all of a
Eli
sudden,
over
you get a
here.
guy
It's Panther
that can
YT.
mix styles, and he can be the guy that
Robin?
gets outside of the pocket. Think of
Why are you texting? I know
2005
that's you,
Denver Broncos
Cowboy.
with Jake
Who is
Plummer
this?
getting
Wait,
out on the
who's
boot
on the
game
chat?
and that
It's
whole
Panther.
thing.
Is that
You've got
you?
George, these three at Washington.
No, that's
still
not
in
me.
Shanahan
Really?
family.
There's another
You've got
Panther fan on
Schaub
the
and Matt
YouTube.
Ryan. saying. You've got Jimmy G, you've got all these styles of quarterback, and now Kyle Shanahan can sit there and say, I've got a guy that can control the game from the pocket, and I can get out and get creative outside of the pocket. I love the pick. I love Trey Lance. The one thing I would say is the inexperience is something they're going to have to work on. Every Super Bowl quarterback, the last 10 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, 1,200 passing attempts in their college career. He's only got 318.
If you get it wrong, take a shot.
Still got Jimmy G there. Does it take a year before they insert him as a starter?
Yeah, who picks who?
Great
if
team
you're
to
wrong,
be a
take a
part of
shot.
for a young rookie quarterback, Rich.
Shanahan said in the press conference after making that trade that Jimmy G's liked in the locker room. This is not a free agent signing. This is a kid that we're going to bring in. And
Eli,
the
what
best
time
of
are you
both
off
worlds.
work?
Again, there's a lot of rumors that Jimmy G might
What
be
time are you
off
off
anyway.
work?
But again, like I said, that's for another day. The Falcons have made a
Damn.
choice, and they have not traded out. I know that was a
That'll be
long
1
conversation over
1
the
a.m.
last
here.
4 or 5 weeks where the Falcons trade
How many passed out
Justin
sleeping?
Fields. I mean, the kid
Right.
from Georgia.
So I gotta get
before
to
he came to this
4:45
state to
a.m.
play his college ball.
Wow, that is
Could it
early.
be him, or is it Kyle Pitts to give to Matt Ryan and go for it? Ryan's
Use his draft
if
to
you will,
go
as a
down.
quarterback in Atlanta. So the fan that's sitting in the commissioner's chair
Where's Angel?
is right there, and this is a huge pick for the new regime in Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts.
Angel, you a Cowboys fan?
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts, tight end, Florida.
Fuck you, Cowboys!
So, player from Florida, that's a top so many people
Alright, so
this is prospect in this draft period.
Indianapolis. Crazy.
Your podcast mate, Bucky Brooks, and our colleague here at NFL
So
Media.
this is a guarantee that Julio's gone.
A gold jacket
For
talent.
sure.
He might
Now
be.
he's going to Atlanta.
Julio's
What
gone.
does this move mean, and how does this inform what you think the Falcons think about Matt
Tom,
Ryan and the rest of
Thomas, he's not going to be a star in the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. He is like
This is
the
a
only
belief
thing
in
that
your
stops him
soon-to-be
is injury.
36-year-old quarterback that Matt Ryan has plenty of good football left. Let's go
Like,
get him a
like, he
weapon
is-
and see if
like,
we
I
can get back in
guarantee
the
you,
postseason
when
if
he
the
is
Atlanta
up for a
Falcons.
contract talk,
This is a
they're
unique
gonna be
player. It's the
like,
highest grade I've
oh,
ever given to
you
a
can't
tight
pay
end.
him as receiver
He's an
because tight
absolute
end.
freak show. You can't match up with him. You're wrong if you bring a corner. You're wrong if you
Like,
bring a
he's
safety.
faster
You're
than
wrong
most
if you
of
bring
the
a
receivers in the
linebacker.
draft.
And you look at what
That's
Desmond
it.
Ridder has done
The
with
question
Las
is, be a
Vegas
good
Raiders.
blocker.
This kid's going
Yeah,
to
and you know what? First of all, it doesn't fucking matter.
The word freak is thrown
Second of all,
around.
he
This
does
is a
block.
freak.
He blocks as well as any fucking tight end.
So Kyle Pitts putting on the
I've
Falcons
seen him
lid,
line up at fullback.
making his way to the podium. And I guess you're saying a penny for Aaron Rodgers thought you need a quarterback that's the same age,
So,
getting
they're
a weapon
comparing
like
him to
this, as
Travis
opposed to
Kelce.
having a replacement being drafted. And
Tom,
Matt
they're
Ryan,
comparing him to
wherever
Travis
he is
Kelce
right now,
and Derek
he's set
Waller.
the best to the matchup.
I think he's Darren Waller
And tell
2.0.
him enjoy that sigh of relief.
God,
if that's
well, yeah,
what
yeah.
he's probably feeling right now.
Yeah.
And Kyle Pitts is coming his way.
One thing to keep
Hey,
in mind
Tom, what do
also,
we have in
guys,
the Evan
Rich,
Ingram? Where did he go?
as we all know, you're a Jets fan. What did Mr. Leon Hess say that year when he fired Pete Carroll?
Oh, they didn't get rid of
Getting
him?
younger, I don't have time to wait. Arthur Blank may very well
He'll be
say to
gone.
his guys, we're pretty good on offense. Let's keep getting better and keep going for it right now rather than bear that quarterback for a future that may not be there. Let's go ahead and keep winning right now.
Let's go to the video here and show you
Then
what's so
go.
special.
Fuel,
This is working
fuel
against
from
Jason
Oregon,
Horn.
Oregon.
We're going to
Fuel
hear his
from
name
Oregon.
go very soon. He torched some of the best cornerbacks in the SEC, some of the best cornerbacks in this year's draft class. The physicality to be able to play through contact at the line of scrimmage at the top. Look at this route. Foot in the ground. Down in the red area. How about this pivot?
I'm gonna
route?
go
We've seen
Super
this
Oregon.
run a million times. The change of direction is outstanding.
I'm going
with the
The
Bengals.
adjustment.
I'm going to my
Yeah, I think it's Chase. I think it's Chase.
Around, makes it look easy. Everything.
Hey,
now
you
gets-
get your
does
quarterback
look
of my
easy. How
buddy.
about climb
That's
the
what.
ladder?
That's
Can you
what.
elevate? Give me a big
Like
catch
Chase has
radius.
already been on my
Absolutely,
buddy.
he can play above
You
the
got
rim.
a
He is
decent
going to be
right
dangerous.
tackle and
How are you
left
going to deal with this guy in the red zone?
You don't
He's
have.
too
You have to
big.
get a
He's
replacement
too
for AJ
athletic.
Green. You got to do it.
This is a team now with the Atlanta Falcons. This offense is going to be outstanding.
Now,
Well, the
Where
question
did
is
he-
opportunities for calling the Falcons for Julio Jones.
As long as Kyle Pitts didn't go
That
to
was
the
one of the
Cowboys,
reports from
my
Ian
draft is a
Rappaport that kicked
success.
off draft week. because of the hamstrung situation there. We'll see if that is in fact the all five they could put out on the field. But you love it. I know when you came on my show and I asked you about Kyle Pitts, you got a little giddy up in your voice once you started talking about him.
Hoping it's Chase because I
6'6", 246, 440. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. There are not a lot of human beings around on this planet that are like this guy. We did a study a couple of years ago about the most explosive plays, both college and the NFL.
I think my
and they
Broncos
were
are
up the
9.
seam. And this guy is right now going to the top of up the seam. We talk about Darren
We might
Waller. We
get
talk about a guy
Justin
like Jimmy Graham that just destroyed the league for like 3 or 4 years. You've got an above-the-line quarterback, a big tall guy that can stroke it. You got Julio on one side, you got Ridley on the other side. You've got this guy in the middle. We're not talking about just trying to get out of the division right now. We're talking about destroying the league from in the passing game. There's no question about it.
Well, excitement in the fully vaccinated draft room, except for that dude on the computer. I don't know what he's looking at. Melissa Stark, take it away.
Well, Rich, this is the highest drafted tight end in history, and when you hear that, what does it mean, and what does it mean to be an Atlanta Falcon?
It means
Tom, what pick of the Giants?
You've been drafted in the top 10, first round. It's something special. So to be the highest ever, that's something that no one can.
And then Eagles.
So I appreciate it.
You are joining a dynamic, explosive offense. What can you add?
I think I can add a lot. You have 2 great receivers on the outside, a veteran quarterback. I feel like I can learn a lot. So I think, with me learning the playbook, that I'll be able to make an impact early.
Change your colors pretty quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Rich.
All right, so Pitt stays in SEC country, and with the Bengals having 3 minutes to go on the clock, we're going to take a quick break and come back. Is it a protector for Burrow?
Whoa,
is it
no
his
way.
College
Wait,
team?
ladies and gentlemen,
And the Dolphins, Lions, and Panthers.
Rumors that the Broncos are really close. The Broncos are really close to a deal.
This one's for every
Aaron
NFL fan
Rodgers.
whose team is drafting their franchise QB.
The Denver Broncos really close.
Is officially open.
Matthews, Denver Broncos are really close to a deal with Aaron Rodgers. Allegedly. We don't know this for sure. I'm just trying to be Andrew Siciliano
unlock the world's
in this report.
We need empathy.
Hey, if he goes to Denver champions because we got the weapons.
It's David helping.
What? Denver has a lot of weapons.
Change what happened.
I'm envious of Denver's weapons.
He's got like 3 young stud
only as far
receivers
as your eyes
and a
can
young
see.
stud tight end.
Verilux progressive lenses push those limits, providing seamless
That's where he
transitions
wants to
from
go.
near to far vision.
And if Elway gets him,
That's seeing no
Elway's
limits.
a
Verilux lenses by Essilor.
That means the backup will be Teddy Bridgewater, and Shulak is gone.
I got a little piece of advice for you. Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game. Because, baby, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good,
Cold weather won't bother him. He played in Green Bay.
NFL Draft, first round pick, Deion Sanders.
Right, Tom? Right, Tom? Cold weather won't bother him. He played in Green Bay.
That is true.
I don't want to go watch a game in
virtual
Green Bay.
NFL draft is officially open.
And plus, they're owned by the city, and it's like a 10-year waiting list. Tom, are you drunk yet?
Yeah. It's so good. So good. All right. So, hey, Angel.
What up?
So there's this Panther fan that's in here. He says he's a Panther fan or a Panther. Says that the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl this year. What do you feel about that? How do you think? What do you think?
He's a Cowboy fan, Garrett.
Okay, but what do Cowboy fans think about the Cowboys this year?
Watch what happens when I play it backwards.
It's all on that defense. If the defense is middle of the pack, that offense is can't be unstoppable. But it's all about bringing the stride, and if they stay healthy. That's with anybody.
First ever virtual NFL
if you stay healthy,
is
that
officially
offense
open.
is beyond explosive. The defense need to be middle of the pack just to make sure that we can get there. We can get there.
Are you scared of Daniel Jones?
No.
All right, fuck me.
Everything great.
I'll just buy a new jersey then.
Real empathy. Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Justin Fields.
I will. I gotta go jump out this window. Might as well.
No, that's okay. Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
No, Daniel Jones is no good.
Your limits are only as far as your eyes can see. Verilux progressive
What's that?
lenses push those limits, providing seamless transitions from
Nah,
near
man,
to far
I'm
vision.
That's seeing no
I don't like.
limits.
There's no point.
Verilux lenses
Next year
by
I'll have a
Essilor.
draft. This is my draft. It's only what I have. You'll get the next 3 years.
Waiting for that call tonight. I got a little piece of advice for you. Don't let anybody tell you that looks don't matter in this game.
Imagine 49ers cut next year like, oh, fuck my dick.
The whole fucking
When
NFC
you
East
feel
is
good,
fucking top 10.
oh, you grind.
Wow, look at the Bengals had 7 minutes in their face.
NFL draft. First round pick. Deion Sanders.
Bengals pick is in.
Gillette, baby.
I just want to say, Gillette getting some ad time right now. Bengal fans
Back
are
in Cleveland for just the third time in the history of the
I'm going to go third take.
quarterback
Third
to
take.
start
Derek,
the NFL
Derek, I'm ahead of you guys.
Trey Lance was the
Yeah,
coach
you
of
are.
the 49ers after all.
I
Shut up!
know.
Don't spoil it for the Rams.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah. Oh shit! So, hey, YouTube, thank you, Ja'Marr Chase.
To keep Joe Burrow protected.
I'm okay with Ja'Marr Chase.
Or is
How do
it
you
Joe
feel?
Burrow's
told you.
How do you feel?
to give him another weapon coming back from a knee injury? The Dolphins are
I'm
hoping to
okay. I'm
give the name of the
100%
pass
okay with
protector.
this. Ja'Marr Chase.
I don't know. Ja'Marr Chase is going to be.
In
He
the
might be rookie of the year
2021 NFL Draft,
with that off with Joe Burrow.
I'm okay
the Cincinnati
with this,
Bengals
100%.
select Jamar Chase,
There's no offense.
wide receiver,
Okay.
They need a guard.
So
They can get a guard in the
Bengals
second
go
round.
ahead and get Joe Burrow, his old college teammate, getting the band back together and figure out how to protect Burrow with another pick for another
Hey,
Riley Reef. Riley Reef.
The Warriors and one flip. We should get the house band to sing reunited, and it feels so good for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was at his best at LSU. They had weapons all over the field. You saw it with Justin Jefferson, you saw it with Jamar Chase.
Carolina?
With the Bengals.
No, he's going to go next to Miami. Watch.
But now this is a
He might.
number one wideout.
I think they wanted Jamar.
They're going to be able to get guys
I
out,
wanted
and Joe Burrow
Saquon
get the ball out
Barkley
of his
so
hand.
fucking
And what it
bad,
also
but I
says
knew
is
we
that
were
this
gonna
is a
waste
deep
him because
tackle
we don't
class.
have the offensive
And they feel like
line.
they can come back at the
He
top of the
wasted my
second
fucking
round and
fantasy
get a
team last
tackle
year.
if indeed they want. Don't get
He
rid of Williams.
wasted my
Alabama.
he
He
wasted
hasn't
my
played
fucking
that
life.
much, but they drafted
He
him to be a
wasted
tackle
my
coach.
life.
But I love this choice. Another
I'm
huge
just gonna
weapon,
say like this
getting
thing.
faster
You move on
in
from
that
AJ
division
Green,
and trying to
get
put some
Ja'Marr
pressure on
Chase.
some of those tough
You already have
defenses
chemistry
in the
with your
AFC North.
quarterback.
And Daniel
Your
hit it right
offensive
on the
line,
head,
it
too.
sucks.
This quarterback
But
loves to
Russell
be
Wilson
spread
had
out,
a
get
such
this
an
guy
offensive
weapons all
line
over the
for
place.
17
Now you
years.
offset some of the pressure
And
he's
who
going to
did-
face from
who
the
the shit
Baltimore
out of
Ravens,
this
et cetera,
year?
that are going to roll up the box. This
Ah,
guy, as soon as I put this young man's film on, I wrote down 80 catches for 1,000 yards. That's the first thing I'm watching this guy.
Russell Wilson.
Run through people, run through contact. Whether you're trying to press them down the field, 50-50
Russell
balls, or not
Wilson.
50-50.
You know how
I just wrote down 80 catches for 1,000 yards.
We're going to hear from
What?
Chase in a second, but
I believe Joe
Dolphins
Burrow,
are on
you
the
get
clock.
his boy. His boy,
you have to sit here and think it's
years.
part of that
And now he
49ers
gets
trade.
go to him for like 17
12
more
all the way
years.
to
Come
3,
on.
and the Dolphins moving down then back
Saquon
up to
Barkley is the
6.
greatest running back.
That they would have hoped that Pitts
Doesn't
or
have the
Chase would
offensive
be
line.
there, and there's 4 minutes on the clock.
Okay, coach.
Justin Fields still
Joe
on the
Burrow
board.
is
Jones
doing
on
this.
the
He's got
board.
one
You have
year
to wonder what might
You
be
need
going
a
on
player.
behind the scenes in Miami as we
Sweetness is still the
continue
best running back to
talking
ever
about Chase a little
touch the
bit.
field.
Maybe Miami is
Well,
taking a
Walter
third
Payton
trade here
is
before
still
they
the best
pick.
running back to ever
Jamar
touch the field.
Chase, he is such
Walter
a physical and competitive player, and for a 6'4"
Yeah, I know.
receiver, he can go up and get it, play above the rim.
not- come on.
I love Antoine Bolden. I don't
He's
say
a
that like
he's a-
he's
he's
a-
He's a technical
He's
ball
a-
player.
he's a-
when the ball
He
is
has
in his
to be
hand.
he's a legend.
And now
We
he's
will never know
reunited.
what Saquon
Look, when
Barkley
you go back
has
and
to
watch that
offer.
2019 season,
Line.
think about how good Justin
Okay,
Jefferson has
Tom.
been in the NFL.
You can
This
still
dude was even better on that 2019 tape, so we know it's going to translate well, and Joe Burrow has got to be the top right now.
Well, the Dolphins have made their selection, so the Lions are now on the clock,
The
7th
Cowboys went offensive
overall.
line.
Lots
First
of
round.
intrigue going on.
Protect
Well,
him.
the
Fucking
chase
years
is
before
a
they drafted
Bengal.
Ezekiel
Melissa
Elliott.
Stark is with him.
He's still showing off that jersey, making his way with his new hat on. Wow, looking good.
Come on,
Reunited
man.
with his former quarterback. Does it get any better
So
than that?
Miami
I
Dolphins
don't
have
think
the
it can.
easiest
I don't
pick
think
of
it
all
can.
time.
Man. I'm just happy to
The
be in
next
this
fool.
moment right now, enjoying
Yeah.
this with my family. So
And
we'll
it's
put on the
smart
show.
as
Let's
hell.
do it.
And the thing too, like, there are going to be receivers left in this draft where they can draft
As a
him.
rookie,
Or
can you
they can
promise
draft
Bengals
Dynasty.
fans you'll be even better?
We're going to see when we get there. I'm going to put on the show. That's all I'm going to tell him. I don't make no promises, but I will put on the show.
You're so bad.
Thank you.
Jabbar's man.
The latest
Hey,
LSU
much
wide
rather
receiver
Jabbar here
coming into
than, I'm
the
sorry,
pros.
if
And
Tua is
he,
going to
as
Jabbar
you can
Chase,
see,
he's
beats
nothing.
Odell Beckham by
He's
7
garbage.
spots for the highest drafted
Hey,
sex
hey,
receiver
Miami has a
in
much
the
better
National
offensive line
Football
than
League
Cincinnati.
after
They
Justin
do.
Jefferson
Right.
has a remarkable
Now,
season
worst
last
quarterback.
year, and that's Joe Burrow
Oh, my
putting that out on Instagram just in time for Bengals fans to see that, celebrate that, and now celebrate Ja'Marr Chase coming to Cincinnati. What do you think the Dolphins are doing with their pick? Do they get the pass protector that the Bengals just passed on for Tua? Or what do you think they might do here now?
Well, last year, remember that Austin Jackson was the first-round pick for them out of USC as a young left tackle. They've got Hunt, another young tackle on the right side. They've put some draft capital into that offensive line. I think they want to get Tua some help, get him a playmaker. They've done a nice job of building up
That
that
pick was a
front.
mistake
They
by
can supplement
Cincinnati.
that later on in the draft.
They're gonna regret
I
it.
believe they were hoping one of those two kids picks or Ja'Marr Chase was going to be there. But we've got two big-time guys left. They want the Alabama that can run and catch the ball too now.
Okay, we'll get that pick in a moment as the Lions are about a third of the way through their time on the clock.
Hey,
we all know
Russell Wilson don't got the best curls in the NFC West no more.
The Dolphins on that Chicago. They eventually traded to Houston.
That's
and
right.
That trade that they made with the Texans and Bill O'Brien. I mean, you want to talk about turning a lot into a lot more. That's what Chris Greer has done with that one pick alone. The third overall pick would have been Houston's. It was Miami's, and then eventually now San Francisco's, and then Miami has a ton of draft capital after all this and for years to come. So the pick is now in for the Miami Dolphins. And we're going to find out who that is as the Dolphin fan that was selected out of the fully vaccinated crowd here in the draft hall is sitting in the commissioner's chair, and we're waiting to find out who this pick is.
And that chair is fully vaccinated as well. So
I think so.
Yeah, so we're good.
Very good.
I know who they
So,
got.
the Miami Dolphins, who, as we all know, had a terrific season last year. And here is the commissioner strolling to the podium right now to tell us who the newest Miami Dolphin is. Is it one of the Alabama wide receivers? Could be possible. We haven't seen a defensive player yet. It's been offense for the first 5.
With the 6th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft,
Are you kidding me?
the Miami Dolphins select Jalen Waddle, wide receiver,
What the fuck?
Alabama.
Whoa, he's in there like Wesley Snipes. Like, I just stole all your turkeys. This is my shit.
Now,
Holy shit.
it's Jalen Waddle, so back-to-back.
Whoa,
Don't you like that pick for them?
Reunited.
This throws everything off.
Build a track team down in Miami too. When you
shit.
take over
Well, Carolina.
now you add the most explosive assets. That's not my opinion. That's what the GM
Eli, this means Panay.
rare juice and experience.
Oh, no,
I do think that familiarity with
They shut the stream down.
to help him get off to a good start.
The
Compliment to what
The Lions already have their pick in.
When you think about Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, Gesicki, the tight end, now you get that guy who really is good.
Dave, I had my comparison to Santana Moss.
Sometimes you like that pick for Miami?
You saw Santana Moss a little bit. That's what he reminds me of, not only as a receiver, but a phenomenal returner.
Even in the recruiting world, when I talk to receivers, they tell me the receiver's got 3 jobs. Number 1, change field position. Number 2, score points. And number 3, get people out of their seats. This guy's going to do all 3, and he's going to do them very, very quickly.
Yeah, hold on.
Hey, Tom, do you like that pick for